Because I'm worth it.
Yeah.
Xray with her mouth. Hello. Hi. I wasn't expecting that. What's up, chat? How are you doing? It's Halloween edition. Disparu came as Disparu. Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I could come with something else, but I got distracted. Like, firstly,
it's okay.
I didn't know it was supposed to be like Halloween edition. We're doing like you never told me. Both of you were like having a conversation about whether you were going to dress as the same thing.
Do you have your mask though?
Yeah, but you have to kind of prepare.
gotta
You can't be
set
like,
up.
put on the mask.
Yeah, put
I'm
on
not
the
Batman.
mask.
Put on the
It's
mask.
not ready at a second's opportunity.
Well,
But yeah, I got distracted by drunk 3PO being an absolute savage, so that was where I've spent my
love
evening.
Jay. Love Jay.
Yeah.
I'll have to watch that stream. I want to see Jay rip people apart.
It might not exist.
Yeah, he usually doesn't he private them now?
Like, not even for members?
Well, no, he was specifically on about privating this one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Savage
Not because
Jay,
of
we
anything
love
he
it.
did. No, apparently.
Oh, okay.
It was one of those ones where you kind of tune out, and then lots of things like, we think we might need to private this one. It's like, oh, what happened?
Yeah.
Ooh.
No, I was just enjoying him
I
ripping
missed
the
it.
crap out of people. Because
Shots
drunk 3PO,
fired.
drunk is generally like a really nice kind of guy. Even if you offend him, he's going to be polite back to you.
Yes,
Not
he's a
on
good
this
boy.
stream, no. Because people
Not
came after
on this
Gina.
stream.
And if you come after Gina, well, apparently he'll unleash both barrels.
Well, that's why, like, you know, if you have friends and you defend your friends, I think that's very fair.
Yeah,
There's a
I
lot
feel
to
like a
defend
lot of
friends.
people are like that. Like, go ahead, come for me. But if you come for like family or friends, that's when the gloves are coming.
Yeah.
out.
Well, like,
Exactly.
did you watch One Piece?
Yes.
Yeah, that moment when the one guy, the one pirate, the dad figure, you know, he doesn't, is like, pick your battles. When they come for you, it's not a big deal. But if they come for your friend, oh, hell no.
Yeah. Don't you mess with my friends. I'm trying to sound like Luffy. Let's show off our costumes, Xray.
I'm wearing more clothes than I did on Friday Night Tights.
He's clothed. All right. Velma. Got my spike. Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
This hair is
Just
ridiculous.
off the camera.
Chester's like, I feel so uncomfortable right now.
He doesn't want to see.
Mm-hmm. And I'm Nezuko. I'm not supposed to talk, but hey, we're
She
here.
can. It's okay. We're gonna let her talk. Yes, I am Velma with my hair's a little longer. You know, I'm not going for that 7. Listen, Velma's a queen, right? I love original Velma, but I wasn't going for the 70s lesbian.
You're real Velma.
I'm the real Velma. Take that,
Uh-huh.
Mindy, whatever your last name is.
Kaling.
Forgot. Mindy Kaling.
You know, I loved her.
I loved her in The Office. Yeah.
And I really like that show that she was in where she was like the doctor or a doctor as well. And
yeah.
it was good. It was good. It was probably a little woke, but it wasn't enough to be like distracting. And it's sad to see someone I actually liked fall down. Yes!
Yeah, the reason why you didn't find The Office distracting is because it was a British property, which they then took and decided, oh yeah, maybe we'll change it this way.
Don't you come
So
for
she had
The Office,
no creative
Disparu.
power.
I love this.
Well,
Yes.
this is the thing. It's like
Look
if
at
you're gonna
Director
be
X
anything,
has joined
you should
us.
be Robin Hood.
Oh
like,
my
I was
God,
told
how do you-
I would look goofy. I'm like, no, I need to stop looking goofy. I need a plastic mask with LEDs on. Is what I need.
Who
That's how
looks
you
the
stop looking
goofiest?
goofy on the internet.
I know who looks the goofiest.
I impressed all of the Canadians at this point. That's the way that
Oh my
works.
God.
Director
So-
X is Canadian.
That mask makes me think of The Purge more than Robin in the Hood.
Yeah, but that's because literally
Thanks,
nothing in Age was
guys.
Canadian. It was all British. And he's like, I'm just going to make it American. And then it's like, what?
This
There is
Robin
nothing of
X.
Robin Hood which is Canadian
Well,
culture.
it's a, you know.
Oh
Canada's
no!
a
Stop it,
section of
Americus! He does. He looks like Legion from Dead by Daylight. Don't. I
Base.
hate the
I don't even
Legion.
know what that is, but I'll take it anyway.
Yeah.
You do though. I don't like the Legion, but I guess if Disparu wears it, I'll deal with it.
You'll have to.
I have to
Yeah.
deal with it now.
To me, I
because-
just look like what was the hacking game? There was a Ubisoft hacking game that Watch Dogs 2 Reject is the way I see them all. This is what they all used to wear. Oh, I'm an edgy hacker from the future.
Oh my god.
Let's hello everyone. I see you guys. There's too many to highlight everyone, but I see all of you and thank you so much for hanging out. Let's catch some of these super chats real quick. Tara, thank you so much for the $2. Good afternoon, Wicked, Xray Girl, Disparu, and chat. Thank you, Tara.
No.
Steel with $5. Thank you so much. Savage J was in full effect. He went full throttle. Well, darn it, I'm so sad that I missed it. I was there in the beginning. And Wicked Steel's also been a member for 4 months. Potato Squad for 4 months. Thank you, Wicked Steel.
Oh, your members are called potatoes?
Yeah, the Potato Squad.
I love
wow.
it. I love
They
it.
should be my teammates in FPS games because that's what I've been suffering through recently. The finals literally has teammates that you're surprised they've ever picked up a mouse.
Oh, and we also have a
The one thing
donation
about Robin
from
Hood,
Jay.
I don't know how they acted during this thing. It's crap.
I'm probably saying this wrong. J.H. Schwabel. It looks like it's for
Schwabach.
Schwabach. Schwabach. Okay,
Jay.
thank you. For $43.12. Thank you for adding the tax. Raider does that too. It's like they add
He's
the little
so
extra for the tag.
specific.
So is Raider, but thank you so much. I appreciate you. The message says, Disparu, if there were any woman on the planet that could take you from boy to man, these are the women. I hope they're gentle with you. Oh my God.
Well, I can tell you the first two. When I was growing up. The first one would have been Kate Beckinsale, and then she got too old, so I moved over to Sarah Shahi.
Dang.
From boy to man. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, the first one was Kate Beckinsale from Underworld,
Oh, I was
and then
gonna
it was
say
Sarah
Underworld.
Shahi from Person of Interest.
She got old, but she still looks hot. She's still very pretty. Kate
Age.
Beckinsale. She aged
Who cares what they
well.
look like?
Okay,
Age
so
is a key
Disparu doesn't like
important thing
older
for
women.
Like,
Well, no,
this shouldn't be complicated.
Shouldn't be complicated.
everything
it-
is probably complicated.
No, I mean biology is the simple reality. You know, we all face it. I'm gonna be bald in a couple of years. It's what we all face it.
Mark of Reality, thank you for the $10. So, is Disparu coming to Florida MegaCon to meet everyone? Do we still
It
have to set him
depends.
up with Gina?
Oh,
It
I
depends if
promi-
Gina's going to be there.
I
Apparently.
promised Drunk 3PO that if she confirmed, I'd confirm. So
when is Florida
that's what I'll stick with.
MegaCon?
Apparently
It's
it's
February
February.
2nd to something. It's the first week in February. I might not be there. Dang it! I meant to change my plans if Disparu comes. Forget.
The only
I
reason
love Gina, but if Disparu comes all the way from
That's
there,
like,
I
yeah.
gotta give him. I gotta eat some American food with him. That's all I want.
gotta
the
eat- you gotta
only
eat some
reason I even
biscuits.
confirmed it is because Drunk 3PO was such a savage on that stream. I'm like, I want to meet that Drunk 3PO specifically.
Please be mean. He's like, Jay, be mean. And I
He
will
was
come to
awesome.
Florida.
It was the best Drunk 3PO stream ever.
Oh man. Raider, thank you for the $49.99. And he just puts eyes there. Thank you, Raider.
Amaze balls.
So today we got a couple topics to talk about. Obviously, we're going to talk about the South Park episode and Gina's tweet that was fire. That episode, oh my God. I mean, they always kill it, right? But I just wasn't ready. They really went in and I wasn't surprised, but I just wasn't ready and it was great. And we're going to talk a tiny bit about Britney Spears' book. And apparently Justin Timberlake disabled his comments. Me and Xray know because we
Justin
read the
Trouser
book.
Snake.
Pussy.
Yes, that's a good way to put it. Justin Trouser Snake.
That was his
She said
nickname.
pussy.
People forget the old nicknames that people use. Look, if you get
They
with a guy
forget,
called
yeah.
Justin Trouser Snake, maybe it's your fault.
And we'll talk about the Snow White reboot as a tad, because why not?
Mm-hmm.
Because. But what do you guys want to talk about first? We'll dive into the Britney stuff because Disparu does not care about this. But me and Xray read her book. We
No,
I
it's not
binged
that
it.
I don't care. It's that you would be better off without my opinion. So I'm gonna shut up.
Oh my gosh, better off without.
we want you here for
Yes.
your
You want-
opinion.
No, you don't. You don't. I know enough about her life to know that you don't. Put it that way.
Oh my gosh. So in any case, the Britney Spears book,
Anyways.
it's actually really, really short. I didn't know
It was.
that. For one, she definitely got a ghostwriter. I think she got a ghostwriter.
Oh yeah, I think so. I think
Obviously.
she
I'd
probably
be surprised if
like
she can write.
she probably well, I mean, she wrote songs back in the day. Like every time, I actually
No,
did
she
not
didn't.
know that she wrote that song. She did. Well, if you read the book, you would know what happened to her, and it would make sense.
Even now, most pop singers
like,
buy
no.
songs off other people. They buy the songs, they buy the theme, the music. They very rarely do they write their own.
It is true. And Hambi became a new member. Look it, we got something for you for the new members on Saucy Saturdays. Thank you.
Saucy.
I got
it. Disparu didn't even see it. You have to play it again. He was looking away.
No, but
made
I
it
heard it.
pretty.
I knew it was me.
I made it pretty.
Saucy.
He was so happy. He's like, was that good? I love his face on that one. So yeah, did I get it? Was that it? Was that the one?
It was two. I was
Very
like, I don't know what you
ASMR.
want from me.
So yeah, I definitely think she probably got a ghostwriter. She probably sat down, had a conversation with somebody, you know what I mean, told them, because like I mean, it's part of her life story, right? So I think she just sat down, had a conversation, and someone else wrote it. But it was really quick. I got the Audible version. Hearing Michelle Williams when she was like making fun of Justin Timberlake. What the heck did he say? Like, yo, what's it like when he was talking to Genuine? What, I forgot what it was.
Well,
but
like
it was
pretending to be like an R&B, like
they said
in
he had
the
a
hood.
black accent, right? They're like, she's making fun of his black accent. But I mean, Justin was like that back in the day. He definitely was. He was very like that. We'll just say that.
But I guess it's kind of interesting to me just realizing that her childhood was obviously not the best. She had a drunk for the father. Major characters in life passed away. Some violently. Did they come with a free set of knives? No. No.
Oh, talking about that real quick, I feel like though, obviously, like Disparu said this in the chat, he was right. She's doing it for publicity, right? Drama, the knife stuff. I think that second one where she went like that was like to her family. Like, my book's coming out, and you guys are
she's gonna be killing. And
yeah,
like, I'm sure there is a lot of embellishing. There's omission of stuff on her part, but I can see at least the part about the conservatorship being one of the worst things that can happen to you. And I don't know about conservatorships lasting more than a couple months, but she lost all power for what, 13 years?
yeah,
Mhm.
it's insane.
So don't you think that she did something that deserved it?
Well, that's the thing. I think
If
that
nobody
there's
else-
this big. Go ahead, you
If
finish,
everybody
then I'll
else
put
only
my
has it
point.
for a few months and she has it for multiple years, don't you think that her exception proves that she's done something exceptionally to deserve it?
Well, it's interesting.
Maybe putting knives to your neck, for instance.
So she was under the impression, and I don't know if it was, I forgot who it was from specifically, but multiple people, that she didn't know she could get another lawyer after the initial, like, not sentencing, but like when they said,
Sorry.
what?
Yeah, we know what you mean. Yeah.
No, Matthew Perry passed away from Friends.
What?
Chandler.
Who? Oh.
Oh no.
He was only 54.
He's not that old,
he
is he?
drowned. He was 54. It says he
drowned?
drowned. Hold on. This is breaking news. Hold on.
Oh no. Sorry,
Are you sure
Brittany.
it's real?
All right,
Because,
Brittany, we'll come back to you.
like,
what?
there is a lot of fake people.
No,
We're
I
never
looked.
sure.
That's why TMZ
Okay.
just did it 5 minutes ago.
Guys, that's insane.
Hold on. We got to share this. Because I seen it in chat. I looked it up. I didn't see anything. And then I looked it up in news and then TMZ.
Do you want me to share it?
Oh, I got it. Friends star Matthew Perry dead at 54 after apparent drowning.
But
What?
What are you doing that you have to drown?
So I'm saying, well, he had a big substance abuse problem, and I thought that he was. I mean, I know a lot of these actors say that they're clean and they're not.
I
Is it a
would assume
hoax?
that most actors had a substance abuse problem.
Okay, so
No.
he was rushed over for a call on cardiac arrest,
Yeah, that's
Somebody
not
was-
drowning.
swimming, and then had a heart attack and then drowned.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's an entirely. Okay, I'm gonna shut up.
Wait, let's read the article.
Okay, here we go. All right. So, law enforcement sources tell us the actor was found Saturday at LA area home where we're told he appears to have drowned. Our sources say first responders rushed over on a call for cardiac arrest. It's unclear where on the grounds this happened. Our sources say he was found in a jacuzzi at his home, and we're told there were no drugs found at the scene. We're also told there's no foul play involved. Oh my God. Perry is the most famous for his role as Chandler Bing on the hit 90s sitcom, which ran for 10 seasons. Okay, you can skip through that. This is just saying what he did.
A lot of padding.
Oh my gosh. Matthew opened up about his painful chapter in his life in his memoir he put out last year where he detailed the struggles he had, including his clear weight loss / gain on the show. Yeah, I remember that. During his press run for his book, Matthew did a number of interviews where he got incredibly emotional, including one with Diane Sawyer where he detailed his story. While Perry appeared to be clean and sober a year ago, the year prior, when he and the other cast members were plugging the Friends reunion show, drew concern from fans as they felt he appeared unwell, at times slurring his words and looking a bit out of it. Oh no. This is he was only 54. Matthew never married, but he was briefly engaged to Molly Hurwitz a couple of years ago, which came to an end after only 6 months. Before that, he'd been linked to Lizzie Kaplan. He was 54 years old. Rest in peace.
So if he was
I-
found in
Oh,
a jacuzzi and for a heart attack, he probably had a heart attack and just drowned in the jacuzzi because he couldn't get up.
Labs.
Am I the only person where it's weird to think of him as 54? Because I kind of think of him as from my childhood.
Yeah.
And so
Like you
even
think he's
imagining
like
him as
40?
54 is like I never knew he was anywhere near that age as it was.
Is he the one of the oldest? No, I think Lisa Kudrow is one of the oldest. Is the
I think-
oldest cast member.
I think so. His friend Julia Roberts really helped him get cleaned up and off the painkillers. Yeah, I remember hearing about that because she was on the show. Oh my gosh. Mark says, I think he got Me Too'd because he matched with a 23-year-old girl on Tinder and asked her out. Yeah, I
Wait,
didn't hear
what?
about that, but I wouldn't be surprised. No.
That is so sad.
Wait, someone's saying I don't know if it's a hoax though. Why would TMZ usually make sure it's confirmed before they
I
do
would
it?
assume giving like at least if it's TMZ, it's understandable if you trust it. Put it that way.
Yeah, that's what I'm
And
saying. I
there's
didn't
so
I
many
didn't
people
believe
which
it
are
until I saw
repeating
that.
it. So
2 minutes ago was the TMZ article.
Yeah.
There's nothing else, at least at this point.
look,
So I
there
guess we'll
are
find
some
out.
things where, as long as it's reasonable that you believe it, it might as well be real.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather not. I remember when Robin Williams passed, I was like, I'm not going to believe it.
Oh,
and
he's
I
died
didn't
like
believe it
20
at all.
times by this point.
Just like Jackie Chan. Remember when Jackie Chan's like, I'm alive?
Yeah.
Ian says, yeah, oh, I know. He's 100%. This is no time for jokes, Ian. He's 100%.
He's so British.
He is. So is him and just were
Based.
just like, oh, dang. Wow.
The best nationality.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
British
It is.
supremacy.
Come on,
Right.
we conquered most of the world. We literally had the greatest empire that's ever been seen throughout all of human history.
And then
Raj, thank
Meghan
you for the
Markle married
199
into it.
sticker. And she ruined
Well,
it.
no, and then we decided to give it away.
Chad Summer, thank you for the $5. Says, I'm here for Disparu. The rest of you is saucy rubbish. Give me Disparu. Thanks, saucy.
I will take
Okay,
all
well,
my
that's-
saucy rubbish and drink it.
Yes. Everyone's making jokes.
Oh my
X
god.
has it.
Make
Just
sure you
checked.
guys-
Only PMZ reporting, so not completely confirmed.
Make sure
right,
you tell
well-
Ripa, okay? He might not know.
What?
Oh, it was a joke.
Oh, sorry. It went right over my head. Sorry. Let me have some more wine.
It's
Okay,
all good.
so since only I mean, there was probably a couple times maybe that TMZ reported it when it wasn't true, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like I believe it because they usually are correct with these things, anyways.
I guess we'll have to see if anyone else reports on it. Because
Yeah.
this feels well. I mean, it is sad. It's the first of probably the Friends is the first sitcom I watched. A huge
Yeah.
chunk of life for me.
Give it a few hours. Yeah, and Chandler is one of my favorites because he's so awkward and
I think he was the most relatable for me. Weirdly enough.
I honestly, I was probably not as crazy. I guess if you want to say as Monica, but I'm kind of a clean freak and I know how to cook, so I'm like, I guess that's the one I relate to the most. Deranged Lunatic, thank you for the member message. You've been a member for 2 months. Matthew Perry dead. I knew his career was. I don't know. We have to wait and see. Only TMZ reported it, but that's sad. He was only 54 and he drowned. I mean, he had substance abuse problems, so maybe
Yeah, but
he was
why
back
did he
on
drown,
it.
was the question.
I know what I'm saying. We have to see. We have to see. Jay's here.
Well, you did see.
Thank you for the love
Aw.
to say, Disparu. I know he was talking about you as soon as we started.
He's just
He
like
likes-
J.
Oh no, no.
He's such a fanboy.
I know.
Well, drunk as it. That was the most savage drunk 3PO stream I've ever seen in my life. It was
Yeah.
hilarious. I
This
had
is
more
how-
fun in your stream today than I have in all the rest of yours combined, and I'm there like most weeks.
So that was like a compliment, but also it was like a backhanded compliment. But here, this is how.
no,
Disparu
it wasn't a
felt.
backhanded compliment. That was an excellent compliment. That was saucy.
That's how we
There you
Don't
go.
felt
cut me
about you.
off when I'm talking.
That's how we
That
felt
was
about you,
literally.
Jay.
I'm in most of your streams most weeks, but this one was better than all of the rest. And you're like, I'm just gonna say saucy for no reason whatsoever.
So
Let's
sweet.
go Slusty.
Hi, Cody. Disparu took his costume off. He was Director X, but he took it off because it's a mask, and I understand. Probably got
It's
hot.
hard to
It's like
talk in a
impossible to
mask.
breathe. I'm surprised.
Cut
that any
off
of
by
those people-
himself. Yeah.
I'm surprised that anyone, the people on Robin Hood, can actually breathe when they're wearing their masks. But to be fair, they don't do any work anyway, so it's not as if they're going to need the oxygen.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Oh my god, then the Canadian.
I thought he was
Like,
going to
what
put
do
it
you
back
even
on
do
for
up there?
Cody.
Oh, I'm gonna make
Hey,
maple syrup.
we're out in the outback getting our maple syrup
make
with our
maple
lumberjack shirts.
We
cutting
make
wood
maple
down.
syrup and kill innocent people. Like it's like, oh, Grace.
When did we kill innocent people?
I don't
Who
know.
did
Maybe it's your
Xray
health
kill?
service. I want a stair lift. I don't know. The best thing I can do is death.
He just choked himself.
In Britain, you got to be careful for water while making jokes.
Hey, it's not Britain that you need to be concerned with. It's anything to do with the Canadian healthcare service.
Oh my god.
The only reason that the Mark has a gun is to defend himself from Xray Girl.
Oh, he
The
does
only
more
one who's
invasive
drunk is
procedures
Disparu.
than I do.
The worst
The
thing
chat
is you
wants
think
the
this is
desk
my drunk
milk.
comments. No, this is my sober comments.
Cody, stop making fun of my glasses. I like my glasses, and Velma wears glasses. Thank you for the compliment, but he also picks on me for my glasses. Like I'm ugly when I wear my glasses or something. You're so
Based.
mean. Bye. You know what? I was gonna cut you off, but never mind. We
I
need
was
more
gonna
stuff.
say-
That's
oh,
because
wait, I'm waiting
Camelot
for
knows
it.
what's up.
I'm waiting for it.
We need more. We need more stuff here.
Please,
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
my- I want
Because
some.
I'm worth it.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Anyways, and like, yeah, I can't see without my glasses. I like my glasses. Thank you very much.
Do you wear contacts at all?
Yeah, I do. I
Okay.
do. But I mean, Velma has. Hi, Jay.
I don't
Hey,
wear contacts. I've just got
everyone's saying hi to
glasses.
him.
Because
Hey.
I'm not vain.
I lost what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, Velma wears glasses though. So even if I didn't wear glasses, I would have fake ones on right now.
Mm.
All right. So
Wait, do you have fake glasses?
no, these are real. I'm just saying if I didn't, I would have them on because Velma wears glasses. But no, these
I
are
have
real.
fake
I can't see.
glasses is
I'm really
weird.
blind.
I had it for a costume when I was Gary. They didn't have any black rim glasses. They had a purpose. I don't wear them
All
just for fun. Oh my god, those sunglasses look horrid.
I mean, let's be fair. Justin never really had the best style. He had the ramen noodle hair.
I still think
Jay,
he
don't
looks
start
good.
rumors
just
about
fine.
me.
He
I was
didn't need the
not
best
scared.
style. His nickname was Justin Trouser Snake. That was all he needed. They're all of
I love
Hollywood.
how I love how
don't remember
Disparu really-
that.
I know me neither. But
You don't need
Disparu
to
does.
remember that.
Apparently he
You're not from
remembers
Hollywood.
Justin Timberlake's. Yeah.
The only
I did
person that
not.
beat him is what's his name? Kate Beckinsale's ex. The guy that gets with everybody and nobody knows why.
Pete? Peter?
Yeah, Pete Davidson, is it?
Pete Dave.
Oh,
Yeah.
was that
He was with Kim
everybody?
Kardashian.
Look, there's multiple rumors about who's the biggest in Hollywood, and it used to be Justin Trouser Snake until
Until
I
Pete
never knew that. I
Davidson.
love listen. Disparu has the most random knowledge. I never knew that. I heard the Pete Davidson stuff because I heard he got like upset that Ariana Grande was like bragging about it, which is kind of weird because don't guys like I don't know whatever. But I never
Yes.
heard about Justin Timberlake, and my sister was obsessed with him.
sure.
I was a JC girl. I like well, I guess he's a brunette, but he had like those ramen noodle highlights.
I mean,
I-
for
that
me, it
didn't do
was
for me.
Nick Carter. Love.
I'm not
Okay,
into
I mean,
blonde
look at
guys.
his face. Look at the face that you've got on the screen right now.
He's
out
so
of 10.
disappointed
Are
in
you attracted to him
Ju-
or something? I
No,
don't know.
you
He's like,
two, out
he's
of
like,
10.
look at it.
Yeah,
Oh,
out of 10.
10?
The face. Just no, stop moving it. Out of 10, the face.
I don't know. The glasses really
Okay,
like
this is
kill it
just
for
Rue's
me.
Not
thing
the
now. Let me
glasses.
just back up.
No, we're not
Give me-
doing his
give me a-
fashion
give
sense.
me a
We're not doing his
picture.
hairstyle.
His face is
out
fine.
of 10.
His face is okay.
but
Out
like
of
a
10,
girl-
I'll give Justin. He's an 8 out of 10. Like he doesn't have a bad face.
And hey, what the fuck?
I was gonna say a 6. He's just a smidge
There you
above
go.
average.
X-ray girl, based X-ray girl coming in with the actual
Just a
honest
I'm
smidge.
truth.
sorry.
Just a smidge. I mean, he's still like I think he's definitely above an average 5.
All right, I'll give him a 7. He's above average. I don't know. He's not my
What do
type.
you mean you don't know?
So you're right. Maybe a 7. Maybe I was being
You
too
could
nice.
show any woman on the screen, I would be able to rate her out of 10 immediately. Like, this
'cause
is
you're
an
a
instinctual
guy.
thing that everyone
Guys,
can
he
do.
doesn't like Kate Beckinsale anymore. He says she's too old, and she is still
Yes.
very pretty.
How old? Hang on.
Look it up. Sorry, we will get to this topic in a second, but we got to argue with Disparu for a little bit first.
We're not
That's
arguing.
what the stream has turned into.
We're
She's
You're
50.
yelling at me.
debating.
I'm 36, she's 50.
Okay.
What do you mean, okay? As if that... As if,
So what
as
are
if that
we
doesn't
arguing
change
about?
anything.
Yeah, what's the argument? How does she look?
Okay, what is the
though?
argument? Okay, do you think I could have kids with a 50-year-old?
Oh, so the
Okay,
goal is
well,
to have
let's
kids?
Okay.
Well,
then
well,
that's a whole
generally,
different thing.
Generally, the goal for a man is to have kids, yes. It's to pass on your
so,
lineage,
is
as it should be for a
your
woman.
goal? Is that your goal, sir?
Generally, throughout all of humanity, for all of human history, the aim and the evolutionary aim for literally every single being on the
Disparu's
entire
looking for a
planet, in
mate.
every space, part, and time in the entire universe, has been to pass on your genetic code, yes.
Okay, well, there you go.
Okay.
I mean,
Mark of reality.
Are we just going to forget this?
Beckinsale. We got it.
Got it. Mark
very
of
hot and
reality's been a
underworld,
member
extremely hot,
for-
great in Esquire.
4 months. Cammy, thank you for being a member for 4 months, by the way. Cammy, Camelot331. Stop messing around and bust out the fun bag. Yeah, we should. We should definitely call him Cammy. F for $9.99. Thank you. Canada is snow, Mexico. They will end us all in a river of syrup.
Hey, when the zombies come, don't come to Canada.
No. Come to Florida. There's a lot of guns here. You'll be safe.
Oh, I have a theory that the zombies will stop moving in the snow because of the cold. That's just a theory.
There you go. Cammy agrees with you. Based
Cammy.
Yeah, that's because to think otherwise, you have to literally forget all of human existence, previous knowledge, and anything even beginning to consider reality to think otherwise.
So, but the
Everybody
difference
knows
for
girls
us-
might feel
but we're all
different, though.
supposed
You
to
guys are
pretend that we
right.
don't. It's,
You guys
it's
are
so
right,
bizarre.
but girls might feel different. So I wasn't.
question
No,
still
no, they
remains.
don't. This is the weird thing. No,
Oh
they
my
don't.
gosh.
Everybody
Oh, so now
knows
you're gonna
this.
tell me what I want. Okay, I'm listening.
Oh, you're trying to tell me what I want. Look, you have kids. You literally have kids.
Sorry, this is so funny. I shouldn't laugh.
It's like
You can just
the entire thing about modern reality is we're supposed to just forget that all of evolution ever happened.
Trey disagrees with you.
Okay, can you put a poll in
No,
chat?
I'm not. No. I'm not saying that you wouldn't, Trey. I'm not
Yeah,
even
can one of my
saying that
mods
I
put a poll in the
wouldn't.
chat? What do
I'm
you want him to
saying
say?
that maybe that takes people down a point or two.
Would you
and maybe
smash
it's a
Kate-
problem.
The
Yeah,
question
put that
still
in the-
remains.
It depends whether you're after, or you just after what. Like, this is a question you have to answer. Are you after one night, or are you after someone more
Well,
permanent?
that's what I was gonna say. Like, I was trying to suss
I'm
out
not
what your
saying
thoughts
that I'd
were.
turn down Kate Beckinsale if she started crawling into my room on all fours.
Oh, so
Okay,
he's
there we
so
go.
deep
There
now.
we go. Okay.
Crawling
It's
to-
all this Rooney.
Saucy. Oh,
That is very saucy.
I'm sorry, it's gonna happen all the time.
Oh my
now.
god. No, you should have played that.
Oh,
because
you
I'm
guys can't do
worth
the
it.
polls on YouTube? Shoot. I'm like, mod.
Oh yeah, it has to be you. It has to be you. Only if they're a manager, so they can do it on like the
I need a manager. How do you
backstage.
make a poll? Crap.
You gotta. Wow. Okay.
I don't do it. You know what, Disparu?
If you ever want, we'll chat after. We'll
I've just
chat
read
after.
Steph's
I
comment.
figured it out. Start a
Steph's
poll.
here.
No.
Steph's
Oh, her
vibrator.
vibrator is here.
Would you smash?
Smash or smash and marry or pass?
Smash
Who?
and
Or smash,
Mary.
marry, or pass on Kate Beckinsale, just out of curiosity. At 50, what 50, 54 she is?
50.
8. How do you spell her name? Beckinsale.
Beck.
Insale.
Yeah,
I mean, she was
sure.
literally born in 87. No, sorry. She was born in 73. I was born in 87, so...
I was going
there's
to
a
say,
big
87,
gap.
she's not that old.
I can only
No,
do.
she's not that young.
I can only do 2.
No, you can add options.
No,
There's
but
a
it
plus at
depends
the
what you
bottom.
even after.
Oh, I
like,
see it. I'm figuring it out, guys. Look at
relation to
this.
who?
In real time.
What was
Sorry
your
about
question,
that.
Disparu? I missed that.
the entire point of, like, what was it?
I did it.
It's like kill, shag, marry is the 3 options or
Oh,
something. Like, you can't just do something on their
Smash,
own.
marry, kill.
Yeah, it's like...
We
look,
did pass, marry.
No, but you have to do it in relation to 3 people. So you have to do one for
No,
each person.
you can only do
Although,
one.
If you just do it for one person, what's the point?
No. That's like, would you marry her if she like wanted to marry
that's-
you? Would
that's
you only
entirely
smash
redundant.
her, or would you pass on that?
Yeah, that doesn't
I'm
even
sorry,
make
the
any...
comments are making me giggle.
Like, unless there's 2 other people, it's not really a complex question. This
There's
is
the real
difference between
question,
men thinking
Green.
and women thinking.
Because he's talking about him way more than me. And
Would I smash Justin, Trouser Snake?
That's
obviously no.
a hard no for me.
I mean, it depends for how much money.
All right, let's get back on
Wow.
topic.
And I guess which you're gonna be pitching or catching. So.
See, this is the problem. When Wicked said this is going to be on my channel, it's like you didn't.
Smash is winning. They don't want to marry. Well, I guess everyone agrees with Disparu. They don't want to marry, but they
They definitely smash
Why would
her.
you marry?
they definitely smash.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's Kate Beckinsale.
Yeah, she's a very pretty woman. All right.
Yeah, for a 50-year-old.
Disparu's so mean.
I'm not. No, look, she is 50 years old. It's not mean to say she's 50 years old. This is like, why can we not just live in reality for once in our lives? Why do you have to lie about people all the time?
Aw. Wicked, is this the first time you've ever heard Disparu talk about like relationship-y, dating,
I think
married?
so.
stuff? Oh, okay.
I'm just teasing him, but he can take it. He's
I'm
British.
enjoying this like banter between you two.
She's just gonna sit back and drink her wine while me and Disparu yell at each other. Guys, we're just kidding. We're friends. All right. So
Well, yeah. I mean, the difference is you'll live in delusion. I'll be like, no.
I'm not worried about hurting feelings. I just don't think 50 is that old. Like, I'm sorry, but I get it. Listen, this
Why?
makes sense as a man because men want to have babies, okay? And yeah,
Yes.
after 50, you
So
can-
why don't you think that 50 is that old?
Of dating.
Well, women
Like
can't.
50. Like I don't look. I'm 36. I'm closer to
Did
50
Mark
than
bring you
not 50.
liquor? Oh, he brought
50 is
food.
still quite old.
Mark,
No,
I'm gonna be
no.
Luigi tomorrow. That's
There
cool.
isn't a single guy in the universe be like, yeah, 50's really young.
Sorry,
You
I
know, it's
love it.
50's a midlife crisis.
What are you eating?
I don't know. It's like a potatoes and meat.
No,
Brisket.
This might be
a brisket. I heard him.
Beef.
Yum. I'm gonna eat this later. It's cold.
Okay.
Thank you.
Aw,
Do you want me to bring your chocolate?
good job, Mark. Okay, so let's get back into the topics. Me and Xray are gonna talk about Brittany's book, and then we're gonna switch over. We're gonna talk a bit about Snow White. We're gonna talk about that hilarious South Park episode and Gina's fire tweet. So me and Xray read the book. I don't know if she remembers what she was saying because we got hit with the news that Matthew Perry died, and we were like, "Wait, pause." So
I do.
you don't know when you're. I know she just starts eating it. I don't know whatever it is, but it's good. She's just like,
Yeah. No, what I was talking about is I think that it's hard to know, of course, if there was any omission on her part just to make herself look better, or if there is anything like false in there. The only thing we know for sure is the conservatorship lasted for 13 years. And as Disparu said, there might have been a reason for it and we don't know about it. But there also, at
Yeah.
least in the book, was the fact that people kept telling her that she can't change her lawyer. She's pretty much stuck. She has no communication. She doesn't have her phone. Her social media is controlled by people. She has no access to stuff. Like she can barely see her friends. I think this is rather disturbing, but if she wanted to date someone, they had to go through her like sexual
Yeah.
history and like interview the guy kind of first before she even gets to talk to them, which
Oh, there was a big like
that's crazy.
yeah, and that like there was things that were messed up about it, like whether or not because I heard before the book, but then
Isn't
she
that
also
just
went
a
into more
dad?
detail about the book. Oh no, but he was bad. Like he became a millionaire off of this conservatorship, and that's where the problem that I have with it is because maybe she lied a
Multi-million.
bit, and maybe multimillionaire. So everyone was getting paid. The judges were getting paid. The lawyer that she thought she couldn't switch, as soon as she found out she could switch a lawyer, she did, and then she got out of this conservatorship. They were all making money off of her, and and here's one point that whether like I agree with this 100%. They said she wasn't well enough to take care of herself, but they worked her like a dog, gave her the Vegas residency. She was on shows. She was doing tours. Like she was doing all this stuff. It's like, if she's not well, then why do you have her working to make you money? She
Mhm.
couldn't get her nails done. She couldn't have her phone. She couldn't people that actually wanted to help her and cared about her were cut out of her life. And that's what the messed up part is, whether she needed it or not. That's the part that's really fishy. And there's things that she said where she couldn't even have like an energy supplements, like a 5-hour energy. She had something like that in her purse, and they put her into a freaking rehab for it because she couldn't get her hands on anything. Like they wouldn't let her. And according to her, she said she liked Adderall, right? Is that what she said she liked?
Mhm.
Okay, that's what it was. Okay. So she could have lied
I
about
mean, I've
that.
gotta be, it sounds like you're describing someone with more red flags than the Chinese government, and yet like
But-
this is all perfectly normal.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying that it was normal, but she didn't have control of her
not
life.
normal. We can
yeah,
agree with
like
that.
no, it's not.
Yes,
but
it's
I
almost
understand.
like she needed someone to take care of her because she was addicted
Yeah.
to Adderall, was actually convinced that she needed like 5-hour whatever it was, which
5-hour energy.
isn't
That's just an
normal, by
energy
the way.
shot.
If you need that kind of
It's like
stuff,
having an energy
generally you
drink.
shouldn't have it. It's almost like
like
you're
having
addicted to
coffee.
it. And then
Yeah. Well, maybe.
I actually don't think that it's that unusual that if you start dating someone that your parents would have a say in it.
She didn't. Good Run. Did she not want to perform? She said that at one point, and they basically told her, "Well, you're on a contract, and you'll be taken to court, and all this stuff." But they put her on the contract. There's actually a clip when they announced her Vegas residency. I don't know if it was the second round or what, where they're like, "It's Britney Spears." It was Mario Lopez announcing her, and I remember seeing the clip, and she just walks. She doesn't perform or say anything like to the
walks
announcement, and just gets in the
out.
car and left. And she's like, "I did that because I didn't want to do it, and they made me do it." So yeah, it's just a little bottle of caffeine. I don't think that means she's addicted. I mean, you could say that you're addicted to tea or coffee then. Like a 5-hour energy is just like a over-the-counter thing that you can get.
No, but then you said Adderall,
and they were
which is
well,
literally
that was
renowned
before.
as,
She
well,
said
it is
and she
amphetamines.
admitted it. Yeah, that is bad. I mean, she admitted it. That's what she, I guess her drug of choice was. My problem is maybe she needed help, but the way they went about it wasn't right. They controlled her life. Like she couldn't even. Like Xray said, dating, it was like a crazy, like people, they basically wanted to shy people away, I guess. You know what I mean? Like a guy wants to go on a date with her and they got to there's nothing wrong with getting STD
Okay,
tests. And
this
stuff. Like,
is-
that's
okay,
good.
this
But,
is an
like,
interesting
they just
question then.
It's so just, I don't know. It was too much. I think it was too much.
For the both of you, in your past, throughout your dating history, like not going into whatever it is at the moment, but just thinking back through the past, do you think that you would have lived a better life if the people that you've got with had actually gone through some kind of third-party system to actually try and filter out people?
I'll be honest. I'll be completely honest. I haven't had enough boyfriends to be at that point. There's only been a couple, but
No, but even that couple, like, even if it's only been one, like, do you think you would have benefited from somebody else acting as a third-party neutral observer to be like, you should or should not be with this person?
Maybe, but there's a difference between like a third degree from like an older brother or like a dad
I mean third
versus
degree.
what they had
Like-
to do. It was like it was like taking a test and it was a lot. Like what was it, Xray? What was it that they had to do?
You have to remember, this is a person who literally has millions of dollars, where if they
Yeah.
get to marry her, they get access to half of that millions of dollars.
No, they
I-
don't
I-
because
I
of the
do think that it-
conservatorship.
They don't.
don't.
Yeah, she couldn't.
No, but
Nobody
they
had
do
access
now
to her money.
because she's out
Even
of the
she couldn't.
conservatorship, right?
She told a story where she took her dancers out to eat, right? And the bill ended up being $1,000. But I mean, for what's that for her? And it was like a bunch of her
Yeah,
dancers,
nothing.
and she wanted to, she had a allowance. She didn't even have that much. She couldn't even pay. It was
Well,
declined because of her
and I
allowance.
think-
And that's just ridiculous to me because she's a freaking
Yeah,
billionaire.
no,
and she,
I agree with stuff like that. It's just that I do think that, especially if you're the kind of person who would be easily taken advantage of, or you're not all there, or you're on kind of some kind of addictive substance, which, from what you've said, she was, then
Yeah.
like there will be people that try to get in with you, try to marry you, try to get half of your net worth, and therefore you would probably benefit from a third party going, I actually don't think this person's best for you.
I think the
Yeah,
thing
but that
but
I agree with that.
I think the thing that bothered me the most was that there were people getting paid a larger salary than Britney was
Yeah, like her
off of
dad.
company.
Oh yeah, no,
Mark-
don't get me wrong. I'm not pro conservatorship. It's
is-
more that I don't necessarily think that the systems that were set up around her were bad things objectively.
No.
Like,
some
they
of
may
it
have
was
been the wrong
okay. I
people,
agree
Some
with
of it
that.
was good.
but
Some of
I
it's
think that the
healthy.
systems, like when you date somebody, maybe it's best to get a third opinion, could be useful.
Yeah. Well, that one specifically is I guess
Sure.
it's okay, sure, but like the fact that she couldn't have a phone and her dad ended up putting bugs in her house, like cameras watching everything that she was doing. She couldn't have a cell phone. She couldn't go get her nails done. It's like she's a billionaire and she can't go do simple things that me and Xray girl can go do. She it's just there's a lot more to it. And I agree that at a certain point, someone needed to step in, but her family only seen dollar signs. They did not care about her well-being, and that was the
Mhm.
problem. And Mark of Reality makes a good point. Thank you, Mark, for the $5. And he's a lawyer. He says a conservator should get an upper middle class salary, but using it to become a millionaire is straight up
I agree with that.
immoral, in my opinion.
Uh-huh.
And that's what he did. So the way she got out of the conservatorship was her dad. She actually didn't go into much detail about this in the book, but I remember when this hit the news, he attacked her 15-year-old son, like hit him. And so she was like, all right, that's what she's like, I can't do this anymore. And then she found out because her whole family kept this from her. Like they all could have told her because she was
Even her mom.
sheltered, even her mom. She could have gotten her own lawyer, but they told her she couldn't. And as soon as she found out she could, she got a lawyer and she got out of the conservatorship. But it was because her dad hit her son. He was a raging alcoholic. And she even said times, like she said during lockdown, it was so hard for her because for one, she was in California. So California, New York, like certain places were even worse.
She's
and that
lonely.
she was lonely and she would like call her family and ask to come see her. And they'd be, oh no, we're shopping. And they were shopping on her money. Like it's sad to see, but I do
The
agree
thing
with
is-
Disparu that some of it she did need, obviously
No, but
she had a problem, but
Camelot raises an excellent point. She's
now she's dancing with
knives.
She is. I think that the second video she did, right? I know she's doing it.
No. She's done multiple videos of her
How
dancing
many
with
more?
knives.
More than 2?
Yes. Well,
Well-
no, hang on. No. Does it matter if she's done more than 2? Like, she
Oh,
did
no, it's
one,
just one.
and
You
people were
said
like, why are
multiple,
you
so we're just
dancing with
asking.
knives? And then she
No,
did another
it's
one
just
where
a
she went like that.
question.
I think after 2, we should be like, you're a nutter.
You're a nutter.
Like, you're a nutter who puts knives to your neck.
Well, I think she
Maybe-
did that one. I'm not
maybe you
trying to
shouldn't be
make
in control of your own
excuses
stuff.
for her.
Maybe she's Canadian.
but
It's
I think
fine.
she's Canadian.
If she's Canadian, she's in big trouble.
I think that one that she did with the knives
Like,
was
then
like
she
'cause that was
definitely
right
shouldn't be going to
before
the
her
doctors.
book came out, and I think she did that like towards her family. Not making excuses for her, but I'm just saying when she did that because
She didn't do anything
she really
towards the
came for them in
family.
the book.
Yeah.
Sorry,
And-
I've deleted someone's message. It was completely accidental. I'm sorry.
Sorry,
Disparu,
Matt.
unmodded. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
Project
seriously,
Eggro's
Matt, I am
here.
sorry. It was completely accidental misclick,
did
and
you
I don't know
delete?
how to stop it.
It's okay. I'll still see it on here.
It's just 300 seconds. You'll be back in,
Sorry.
No, like,
it was
Literally,
Cody,
there was
wasn't
no
it?
option to undo. Like, this thing popped up on my screen, and I clicked, and it went. And I'm like, there was no option to undo what I've done.
No.
Project Eggro's here. Hi, Eggro.
Hello.
Thank you for the
How does
$20.
it time you
Oh
out?
wow.
I've not done anything.
Thank you. Not calling her book Knives Out was a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
I can agree
Yeah.
with that.
And I mean, like, she was basically used. They grew up with very little money. And ever
And she
since
was
she shot
their-
to fame at she started at Mickey Mouse Club, I think at like 11 or something, or 12. And then
yeah,
at
yeah.
15 got the singing deal with Drive Records.
Oops.
And she actually, like, she did want to be famous. She did want to sing. She loved the art. She loved dancing. And I think that she never really got to grow up and make the mistakes that you make when you're a kid because she didn't have a normal childhood. And I'm not saying this is an excuse, but she is kind of doing some crazy stuff now because she's been put under so many rules. And apparently, due to her book saying this, the reason that she was so subservient to her dad's requests was because she wanted to see her kids and be with her kids. And if it wasn't for being a good or listening to her dad and listening to K-Fed, then she wouldn't be able to see the kids.
I think she should have went in on K-Fed. I understand maybe not wanting to go so hard on Justin. She was just honest, I guess, about Justin, but
What did Justin
K-Fed
do?
is we'll get into that in 1 second, because then we're gonna read about him turning his comments off on Instagram because apparently he's scared. But what sorry, Herschel's, thank you for 2 donations. One is Redeem's Chug. Hold on, me and actually we'll get to that one in a second. But the second message, thank you, Herschel's. Given this news about Disparu's trouser snake knowledge, Ice-T has news for him. He's got news for
No,
him.
I didn't even know
I'm
that.
sure there's multiple people in Hollywood
Alright,
which
me
are
and actually got a
massive. I'm just
chug.
saying you can probably tell who it is.
He's like, listen, I just know things. He knows that he drinks and he knows things. Is that the
No,
line?
it's not even a secret. It's like people who pay attention rather than read books about Britney Spears.
Okay, anyways.
I'm just not replying to that.
Absolutely no. I need like British humor. No,
It's over my head.
no.
Wait,
it
you
is
didn't
like,
realize that, Wicked?
Can you repeat that, please,
This entire thing is going to
Disparu?
be a disaster. We're like a freight train heading into a wall because nobody understands the comments until far too late.
No, I
takes a
understood
second
it.
to
I just
process.
decided to ignore it.
She's like, I knew what you said, but I'm not going to say anything.
You don't say anything, that defeats the object.
I was focused on my wine. Can you repeat the
That's the
statement,
point.
please?
No, it's over now.
No, it's
Never
over.
explain a joke, you
Aw.
never repeat a joke,
So-
it's gone.
Aw.
Timing is
I'm sorry,
gone,
I
it's been
ruined
destroyed.
everything. Okay, wait,
American
who's
humor is
next?
obvious. You just
Project
state
Egg Roll
something
didn't
and then
hear you.
clap. But British
needs to
humor
hear
actually
it
requires
again.
context.
Justin Timberlake, Project
Justin
Egg Roll.
Timberlake.
He's this big.
So
know.
I have to like probably be careful how I word this because it's YouTube, but in her book she talks about, and the thing is she takes responsibility too, but everyone knows they were like the princess and prince of pop, right? Like they were together for a while, they had a house, they were a couple for a long time, and there's actually receipts to back this up. He cheated on her a bunch, but she was young and
He decided to ignore it.
she ignored it. She even said that, like, she's like, I was in love and I ignored it. They were like 19, 20, so very young. And that was dumb on her part. I'll say that, like, you ignore it, but she
Mhm.
admitted, I decided to ignore it. And she ended up getting pregnant, and him and like some other people convinced her that they couldn't have the baby, right? So she went through this really bad, with that. That's the song Every Time comes from, by the way. Like, she wrote that not because of Justin, but it was like to him and their lost baby. Anyways,
and they did it at home too. An at home.
yeah, a pill. It was like an at-home thing. She took like a pill, and she said it's really graphic. If you want to read I don't want to get into it because it makes me real sad. But it makes me feel bad for her. But she even says, like, yes, it was my decision. But she also says that she wouldn't have done it if Justin and like her family didn't even know about it. They kept it a really big secret. A couple of her like team members knew. Anyways, so that's probably why his comments are off right now, because everyone's gonna blame him, even though she did make the decision too. I'm not coming at him only. She also made the decision, right? But so he cheated on her a bunch. And now this part, I'm not sure how true it is, but you look up pictures, especially when you read the book and she says the timeline, you see pictures of him with like women and stuff, and it's when they were together. So he definitely cheated. And Disparu even said like he was known as Justin Trouser Steak. He was sleeping around, like, clearly. Anyways, everyone knows that she like cheated on him, right? She says she only made out with her choreographer, which I'm not sure how true that is, but it's like, even if she did sleep with him, he was sleeping around too. Not saying either of them are okay with it. Like, it's not good that
Shouldn't do
either of them were
just 'cause
doing it.
one does it.
Yeah. But he wrote his whole album, Justified, which was his first solo. He launched his solo career basically slut shaming her and like, she broke my heart and she cheated on me, whatever. And they were still together when he started writing the album, and then he broke up with her. So that's like the big thing there, right? Like, he launched his career and he just like,
It was by text too, right?
yeah, he broke up with her by text, and like, oh, it was just real bad. So that's another reason why he probably has his comments disabled, which we're gonna get here. I'll read this little article, this part of the article real quick. So there were rumors about him with various dancers and groupies. I let it all go, but clearly he'd slept around. It was one of those things where you know, but you just don't say anything. Brittany writes in The Woman in Me. So I'm gonna skip through this article and just get to the part where yeah, and this here, he was interviewed and he'd be like, oh yeah, I hit it, and everyone would be like, yeah, high fiving him, and then she gets interviewed and slut shamed. Like, this is an actual interview of her crying when people are talking to her about, like, you know, oh, you were supposed to be a virgin and like you slept with Justin Timberlake, and it was pretty bad. Like, when you look back at it now, it's like, damn, it wouldn't be like that now, but she really did get it pretty bad
Back then, I honestly don't even remember that, to be honest. I just was sad that they broke up.
I know. We were little, like, no.
Oh my god, the hair.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, what the frig? Like, ramen noodle hair. Let's see. I want to get to look at that.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's so cringe.
Okay. But this week, fans noticed that Justin has pointedly disabled the comments under each of his Instagram posts. So he doesn't want to. He was looking for
deal with the fallout.
An insider. So an insider told Page 6 that Justin decided to turn off his comments because of the hateful, disgusting things people were saying under each of his posts. Now, I think that's kind of dumb. Like, sure, he should get some backlash for what he did, but it was like, I don't know, was like 15 years ago now? Everybody that has a keyboard is gonna have an opinion. So whatever. I guess I can understand why he turned it off, but it's like, just ignore it. And here's this.
The crazy part is he's getting what he probably should have gotten back then. One day. Or like,
yeah, that's true. And this was from, when did he, what was the date on this? It doesn't say. I think this was back when, because he was getting flack for like not standing up for Britney when she needed it, and for like, you know, bashing her, and then also the Janet Jackson stuff, the Super Bowl, because he's the one that ripped it out, right, and showed her nipple. He got absolutely nothing. Janet Jackson got a lot of shame. She got kicked off of like things she was supposed to do. So I think that's what this message was from. Yeah. I specifically want to apologize to Britney Spears and Janet Jackson, both individually, because I care for and respect these women, and I know I failed. I also feel compelled to respond in part because everyone involved deserves better, and most importantly, because this is a larger conversation that I wholeheartedly want to be a part and grow from. And then this book comes out. I mean, this he said this at least like a year ago. This was a little while ago, but this post didn't really age well. So. Yeah, well, Disparu is not really into the Britney talk, right? So we'll finish it up. Do you want to wrap up?
What did you say that was the most important thing, and I'll give my opinion on it?
You gave your opinion on like the actual whole conservatorship, and that's fine. And you know, if you want to say anything on
I think that most people, whenever they talk about anything, give a one-sided opinion, which is generally so one-sided and biased, you could probably call it a lie. And so whenever anyone tells me anything, I'm like, okay, but like, what was the actual truth?
About Britney? Like her?
Anyone.
Yeah.
When anyone tells you anything about like an argument or a falling out, they're generally giving it you from their point of view, right? Now, the reality won't be that. The reality will be the objective thing which happened without their bias and emotion and everything else. Now, if someone's writing a book and then got someone else to write it for them, you're now not going from that person's perspective. You're going from what they told somebody else and their interpretation of what somebody else told them. And so it's almost inevitably not true. And so now you're seeking independent reality from like tertiary information. And so you have to filter everything from it to actually get the real point of view. So when she's like, well, Justin Timberlake didn't. No, he didn't. Like,
no, he didn't.
It's going to be somewhere in the middle, right? And some people are more honest than others. And given that it's Britney Spears, she's probably not actually honest at all about it. It's probably really far off from it, especially if she's been on alcohol or drugs. Then everything else goes even further away from reality. And so I would prefer that both people said their things, and then you can generally work out the truth from both their opinions.
Yeah.
Which is why I asked specifically, what did she say about him?
People.
Don't
It's
believe
not what
drunk.
my opinion of her is. It's what she said about other people.
Everyone's gonna leave the chat now because we're all drinking. Well, bye.
Yeah, well, this is the thing, right? Me being drunk is still. I'm gonna shut up.
Is today Mark's birthday?
His brother Mark. What? Oh, you're talking about actual? Yeah, every day is his birthday.
Okay, thank you for the $2, crippled libertarian.
Happy birthday, Mark.
Happy birthday.
I got confused.
right,
I thought he
let's-
meant his real brother. He's crippled.
Let's get to what people actually probably want us to talk about. Who in the everyone here has watched, like on my panel here? I know Xray did. You watched it, right? Disparu, the South Park episode about Kathleen Kennedy.
No, I don't give a crap about South Park. To me, it's a really
it was
childish
so
show which does
funny.
very basic things, and it's like, oh my god, I'm gonna say common sense. Everyone's like, oh my, that's so based. It's like,
I mean, it is because nobody else wants to do it.
Let's
Real
just say-
well,
Yeah,
maybe
unless
everyone else
it's-
should.
Unless it's
Ian.
Robin in the Hood, Disparu doesn't want to watch it.
That's true. Ian, thank you so much for the $100.
Well, no, I just don't think that saying
Apparently-
Kathleen Kennedy can't make Disney is like that amazing an opinion.
Apparently, the British Merchant Navy used Britney Spears' music to scare off Somali pirates. Fact check me. Really?
I mean, she could scare off anything. There were literally dinosaurs where it just said Britney Spears with a cassette
It's-
tape, and they're like, no, you
Britney
can't find
Bish.
dinosaur bones
Britney
within
Bish.
100 miles.
You gotta at least give it to Brittany. Sorry, bring it back to that. Like
go ahead.
she's created or at least in her image, and maybe there's marketers and her whole team behind it, but she's created like a pretty good catalog of albums and music videos and shows. Like she did well. Like she did a pretty long Vegas residency, and she
Yes.
is still doing stuff today. So I mean, just keep doing what you're doing, and I guess try not to make
No,
any
no,
more
no.
knife videos.
No,
Yeah,
don't
stop,
keep
stop
doing what
playing
you're
with
doing.
knives.
Do what you did at the start of your career, because that's when you were popular.
Well, she probably was on
Well,
drugs back
she kind
then.
of she kind of retired. I don't think she's still doing stuff.
Look,
Like
no-
she's
she
not
did.
like
Hey,
touring.
Creatives have issues, but maybe that's what makes them creative.
Well, and
Mhm.
and that's the thing. A lot of creatives tend to end up actually doing drugs, which I don't agree with. But if it unlocks it, you have to do it safely. So it's like this
I
hard
wouldn't go along that. I
medium.
wouldn't go that far.
Well, for some, it unlocks it for them. But I mean, for me, I've never really turned to drugs to like be like, oh my god, I need to do work or whatever. I think that
I think that's something boring people do, and they don't need it to actually be interesting. And I actually think that Gary is the perfect example of that, in that he's incredibly interesting and incredibly knowledgeable, and I don't think at any point in his life he needed anything to improve himself. And I think he's a better person now than he was then.
I think that he needed to fall down real hard in order to be where he is today, though.
Quite possibly, but that's from an internal perspective, not an external perspective.
Oh, I'm sure. Like if he just channeled it correctly, sure. But at least for himself, I could see that he. Of course, he
Like-
doesn't want to go to prison. But if he had to do it all again, I don't know
It-
if he would want to change anything.
It's always the case of people that do that kind of stuff always think they're super interesting and super insightful, but they all say the same stuff. And I think that it's far better to be sober and come to your natural and organic conclusions about anything than it is to do it under the duress of that kind of stuff. Because while it may feel as if they're actually enlightening you, they're actually really narrowing your perspective about things.
Yeah.
I
Well,
agree
Miss
with this good wrench.
Good Wrench,
Retire
this
from
is what
public.
I don't know if she gets the payments of her, like, I don't know what her contract is, but if her catalog is actually owned by her or a company of hers, she can live out the rest of her life just
Oh yeah.
off the pay of that. So, and she should.
Oh, Ian's upset with you, Disparu. Thank
No,
you
no,
for
no.
the 50
No, no.
pounds. Sorry, someone corrected me in the chat. I just say dollars all the time because that's just how I roll. But thank you for the 50 pounds, Ian. 50. Disparu with the South Park hate. Wow, I'll need a moment to digest this L.
No,
Ooh.
I don't hate South Park. What I'm saying is that this is such a basic common sense statement, that it doesn't deserve the, oh my god, this is so amazing and incredibly.
Well, the
It's like,
thing-
no,
I
this
think
this
the
is the most
reason-
basic of common sense statement that people have been saying for years, but you put it in cartoon form and suddenly everyone's praising it to the rooftops. Like,
Everything's
you couldn't have
so.
got a more basic point
I
than
think
this.
the
Oh, Kathleen
problem is
Kennedy
that
doesn't know how to
people
make Star
don't-
Wars. Yes.
They don't actually really call it out. Like, yes, I know you're used to it because all the YouTuber friends and everybody online, everyone there calls it out, but actual Hollywood,
Yeah, but I don't care about mainstream or Hollywood.
no, I
Like,
know,
to me,
but
it's like,
they're
ugh.
I get your point there, but I think it's just funny that they called it out and they went so hard with it too.
Let's
Did
just
they
say
though?
this.
Because people keep saying how they went for both sides. And it's like, well, you look at the counter arguments. Well, the counter arguments are all crap. They're all one-sided. They're all stuff that's been defeated multiple times. Like, did you really feel the need to put that in, or could you have just been correct for once?
So you did watch it?
He didn't watch it.
I've
Okay.
seen plenty of clips.
He's seen enough clips
Okay.
probably.
I'll
Kathleen
say
Kennedy's
this.
under your bed.
If there's normies that watch South Park and don't look at the news and whatnot, maybe that could be the thing that makes them realize, oh, I can see why I don't like Disney products anymore. Like someone like
Yeah.
me, essentially, that is not part of the internet. That version.
Yeah, but
ended
would
up
it spur
watching
you to
South
do
Park.
anything?
Hmm?
Would it spur you to do anything? Like, would this South Park episode change anything at
I
all?
think if I was like a South Park consumer and I wasn't on YouTube and I watched that, I'll be like, oh, this is very interesting. And maybe this is why I don't like it, because they inject all those products with like women that are
Okay,
co-
that's a good point,
diverse.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
think that would, at least for a normie, be like, oh, okay, finally it's making sense. Because that's essentially how I felt like finding YouTubers. Because I'm like, I didn't like any of this, but I didn't know why.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. It's how I used to be. Like, that's how I was with the Star Wars sequels. It was like, this is really boring.
Yeah.
But then I never gave it any more thought, because if it's
Mhm.
boring, you just stop paying attention and you don't care.
Exactly. So
Exactly.
this could literally wake people up.
It might, yeah. I hope so. Market Reality, thank you for the $2. He says Disparu, common sense is pretty rare in 2023. I agree with that. It is. But I thought tweeted. Oh my god, I almost said it right wrong. What Gina said was on point, and I'm waiting to see what happens because she's gonna do something, Kathleen Kennedy, but she might now because now she's getting called out for the way she responds to things, so she might just not say anything at all. So Gina's tweet is, this is the part where Kathleen Kennedy demands any YouTubers get censored off of YouTube for sharing and laughing at this hilarious episode. She'll have YouTube disable the thumbs down option because of the ratio she'll receive. Then she'll have her publicist Ghouls make sure Variety and Hollywood Reporter run hit pieces about the South Park creators and their families, smearing their names through every useful idiot she has under her thumb who would sell their soul to work for Lucasfilm. She'll activate her online mob to repeat that South Park creators are racist, bigot, transphobes, and demand the South Park creators publicly apologize by only using words she approves of. And finally, she'll demand they subject themselves to re-education course of 45 people and the LGBTQ I always mess that up. Community Zoom call to
It's all
sit
right. So
there
does Justin
and
Trudeau.
everyone listen to how badly they got their feelings hurt over a little boop of a South Park episode, but maybe, just maybe, the jig is up. She held back no. She said boop, a little boop of a South Park episode. She didn't hold back, and I love this tweet. I saw this before I actually watched the episode because I was away for a few days. So when this dropped, I was actually driving back from Orlando. So I watched it today, and I was like, dang. I'm not gonna play the clip because we will definitely get
You will,
acclaim
yeah.
for sure. But it was let's see, are they gonna show? I want to just oops. Hold on. Oops. Nope.
I don't
they
know.
didn't do that.
For me, the episode, the part that got
Cartman is Kathleen Kennedy killed
the
me.
part that was funniest for me was the stuff with the I guess the dads, so millennials, Gen Xers that didn't know how to do anything.
When they're like, call the candy man. Yeah, the handyman, and then
The
they were all
handyman
like
and the
rich.
handyman men were getting rich. And it's funny because like I was actually trying to do some research on how to do caulking in like my bathroom in the kitchen, and I was like, I really don't know how to do anything. And then I watched the episode. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting called out by this episode.
Chicken didn't make her gay. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's our go-to. But
Yeah, it is. But yeah,
I'm glad
I'm
you got
curious
to say
see.
that.
Yeah.
And this is it. Hopefully, like it's just like a little wins every now and then for Gina, especially because she got such crappy treatment for something that is pretty tame.
Mild.
Pretty tame. There's worse out there.
Oh, what did you
And
say? Did Xray say something wrong? I wasn't listening. I was listening, but like it went over my head.
Caulk.
Oh, okay. So I didn't hear it because I'm not a dirty birdie. Like
Yeah,
all these
I have
people.
to reseal. You have to reseal the bathroom, the caulking there, and the caulking in the kitchen is like starting to peel. And I keep saying caulking, and now the chat's gonna make fun of me.
CALK. Okay.
Okay. Mark wasn't home, so he couldn't help me with the caulking.
It's
Okay.
like I'm ready to go. I'm over this.
What are you drinking, Disparu?
I spelled it wrong too, actually. Whatever.
This is Maker's Mark.
Oh, nice. Oh, wow. BBC.
Oops,
No, I have to actually go watch some episodes on YouTube on how to do it like well, because yeah. Anyways, and I couldn't get my leaf blower to work because I didn't have an extension cord, so I was very upset about that.
Oh, I'm sorry, but yeah, I will say also
How'd you
that
get
it
a
has.
leaf blower without an extension cord.
It literally was this long, the leaf blower.
Yeah.
So I have to get a 100-foot
Because it's assumed that you have an extension cord.
I don't have an extension cord.
Yeah, but that was it. That's my question. Why would you get Why would you get a leaf blower without an
know.
extension cord?
Asking the real questions.
I learned how to put it together when I got it on sale, like earlier in the year, and then I didn't realize how long it was or how short it was, and yeah, so I got a
We've all
100-foot
suffered from that. It's fine.
Well, plus I have to get an outdoor extension cord because the indoor ones you
Yeah.
can probably fry yourself. So I don't have an
Yes.
outdoor extension
See,
cord.
she's smart.
Don't
She
electrocute yourself
knows.
when it's raining. Is good advice.
That's what I've heard.
Oops, it's just this. He's just British. It's okay. That's how he. Okay. Anyways, where I was gonna go with now.
Did you?
Let me
What
just drink
parts did
some
you
more
like in
wine.
the episode? Because I
Wait,
mean,
what?
like, what parts did you like in the episode, or was there anything?
Oh,
that,
all
like,
of it.
stood out?
Another thing that really sent me was because a lot of husbands are probably like this. When his wife kept asking to fix the door, he's like, "I'm working on it." And he
Oh
was
my
like-
god, because that happens with Mark all the time. I'm like, honey, did you email them or have they called you? He's like, I've
I'm
already
working
messaged them. I'm
on
like,
it.
you didn't tell me, so I didn't know.
Yeah, I loved that, but it was like they went in, and I loved the Kathleen Kennedy under your bed, and like, can you look and make sure Kathleen Kennedy's not under my bed?
Asking the right questions. Well, and it was funny how obsessed Cartman was with Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, that too. That was really the black female Cartman. I mean, Cartman is like that too. I watched South Park, so I don't know if you really do that much Xray, but he's totally like that. And they make it seem like, she's whatever. Black girl Cartman is trying to get back to her universe. And so they go to Best Buy and they get all the stuff and they build a PC. And then she starts playing Baldur's Gate 3, and they're like, "What the hell? We thought you were trying to get back to your universe."
Yeah,
That was pretty funny. I haven't played Baldur's Gate at all.
I enjoyed it. I still haven't finished it. I should. Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good episode. 10 out of 10 for me. I like South Park though.
I want handymen to do well in the world. So I guess the further we get into this, it probably is happening because they do get paid pretty well for some of the stuff that they do.
I know. I'm working on it. They were like the last one was when they opened up the portal, and she walks by like, the door's still broken in the oven. He's like, I'm working on it. As there's
Yeah,
that was good.
Oh my god. Oh, when they got the
stone, the Panderverse stone. Oh,
the trebuchet was so funny. They're like attacking a school for whatever reason, and they ordered a trebuchet, but because it came in a box, it's like, why didn't you put it together? We don't know how.
They had to pay the handyman $20,000. Put it together.
Oh my gosh. Oh, yes.
Gosh, Mark of Reality. Thank you for the $2. Don't forget the Kinky Bear and Baldur's Gate.
So I've heard.
Take that, college.
I've never hooked up with the bear. I will say the college bit is so true. Not every college degree out there is going to help. I think there's very few engineering, computer science, certain computer sciences maybe could be very helpful. My degree was helpful because it had a practical component. But if you don't know what you're doing, don't spend your money just on a piece of paper. That's not going to help you in the end.
No.
So,
It's
yeah.
true. Yeah. All right, let's talk about this Snow White so Disparu can start yelling about things. I'm just kidding, Disparu.
Why, you're not entertaining on your own?
Disparu's
We are,
favorite
but you've been
girl.
quiet.
Literally,
Oh,
Disparu's
War
favorite girl.
Machine.
You were talking about stuff.
Is
War Machine
Rachel?
gifted 5 memberships.
Ooh, very nice.
Thank you. That's very
Saucy.
Oh, very saucy.
Very
Disparu
saucy.
is Rachel Zegler. You're like Jeremy's Brie Larson.
Oh no.
I think it is.
I
Is
think
it?
Rachel Zegler is everybody's Brie Larson. Like,
She probably
like
has
she
better
became
feet
far
than
more
Brie
annoying far more
Larson.
quickly than Brie Larson ever did.
Oh,
And
true.
Brie
And
Larson
she
has
makes Brie
literally
Larson
tried to-
likable.
Brie Larson has tried to actually fix her public image, and Rachel Zegler just keeps doubling down.
And being
I'm not sure there's ever
Annoying.
been anyone as insufferable in all of Hollywood ever.
I could very much agree with that because I just really don't like her. Her face bothers me, her attitude, all of it. So With
You know,
Brie
the
Larson, I
big
think
question that
she's
I
just,
have
like-
is why she's never mentioned that she's Polish.
who?
'Cause it's-
Rachel Zegler?
Rachel
it's
Zegler.
close-
Yeah, Zach, you didn't even
because she's-
know.
Because she's
the thing-
closer to white than her.
She's as much Polish as she is Latina. So why doesn't she ever mention her Polish history?
Because she's taking advantage of the system of what it is
Mhm.
right now.
I
As
mean,
a lot
I
of
forgot
people-
about her poll.
that would be the cynical way of looking at it. Yes.
Sorry,
almost-
real quick. I forgot about our poll. It got 334 votes. Dang. So smash, marry, or pass Kate Beckinsale. I totally forgot that we did this. 64% said they would smash.
I still don't
23%
understand
would
what the
marry.
point of the question was.
11%. The point was, would you smash? It's like smash, marry.
No,
or
you have to
pass.
do 3.
I did.
Okay,
smash,
why don't
marry,
we do that?
pass.
Why don't we do that?
No, you have to do
smash,
3
marry-
different people for each so you have and one
Okay,
option for
okay,
each.
but without let's do like Rachel Zegler,
God.
Amber Heard, and
Oh,
Jada Pinkett
God.
for Smash Mary.
Okay, so Kate Beckinsale gets married.
Okay, I got
Well,
it.
no, not Kate Beckinsale. It will be Rachel Zegler, Jada Pinkett Smith,
Oh God.
and Amber Heard.
Oh, you are evil. You are literally
That-
evil.
I love
Please
it.
tell me what you would
Doing
do.
it. Rachel
Xray Girl is the embodiment of everything wrong with me.
torturing everybody right now. So we got Rachel Zegler, Jada.
Out of those ones, who would you marry? Or well, I guess you can really
Oh,
do that
look,
on a poll.
I know I said in D&D that you're like the most
Smash,
evil
marry,
creature to have ever
pass.
lived, but I didn't think you'd like prove me right.
You're
Smash,
welcome.
marry, pass. Rachel. Amber
Wait,
Heard.
hang
I
on,
think Amber
hang on.
actually
I need
might
to write down
win
the
this
3 if
one.
I'm
I don't know
gonna
who's
choose.
worse.
Out of all, who would you actually marry? Amber Heard,
Hang on, what was it? It was Rachel Zegler.
Jada Pinkett Smith,
Jada.
and Rachel Zegler.
No, I got Rachel, Jada, and who was the third?
Amber Heard.
Oh God.
Who would you actually marry out of the 3?
Wait, so what am I putting as the
Just
answers?
put marry. Like out of the 3, who would you marry if you
Well,
had
okay,
to?
I'm like, there's too much. I confused
Jada.
myself.
And you know why? Because she doesn't believe in divorce. So even no matter how bad it got, she would
You
never
wanna
take
stay
your money
with
from
her?
you. Worst case scenario with Jada is you live in a different house, which, as far as I'm aware, is where
That's
they've
not the
ended up
worst,
now.
I
So as
suppose.
long as you're not like Will Smith and don't give a crap about her, you're essentially living separate lives. So marry, she's the least damaging.
Yeah, with Amber Heard, you actually might die.
That's true.
Yeah, but if it was one night, she'd probably be the best.
Yeah, for Smash, Marry,
Because
Pass.
she's a complete lunatic.
So yeah, I would smash Amber, marry Jada, pass, or the other on Rachel.
Oh, hang on.
So
it's
smash
marry,
Amber,
and pass. That's not
pass.
the...
Well, I mean,
I
the
just
K
did
word,
marry
but
as
I
the
don't want to say
poll.
that.
Out of any of
Okay.
them, I'd probably pass on Amber.
Blue-eyed Scorpio, thank you for the $4.99. I had a thing for Kate Beckinsale for like 20 years until she got Pete Davidson. She's tainted to me now. Well,
I love how out of that question though, it was which like marry was the most important one.
Well,
It
because
was,
it's
like, which was the worst.
I feel like
he wants to hate F her every night. Okay. So I
That fits for
talking
Camelot.
about
Yeah.
Brie. It does.
It's like
very on brand for
self-service
him.
checkout machines. This is something that only men can do. It's like, I'll give you an unexpected thing
I
in
don't
your
know.
baggage
I
area.
couldn't do that as a female. Ugh, no.
Yeah, this
So-
is the thing. This is probably one of the main differences between the sexes. It is like nobody understands except guys.
Malty
Sorry.
says, if you marry Jada, she has no issue with you sleeping around. There's another
Yeah,
plus.
exactly.
I mean,
Like you're essentially
for guys, I
with
don't know.
with Jada, it's like you're separated, you're divorced, but she won't take half of your money. So I mean that's
Mecca,
There
she
we go.
can't. She can't be fixed, Mecca. Don't
can't
lie
be
to
fixed.
yourself.
Don't-
She cannot be fixed.
That's what girls say to
Becca,
each
are
other.
you one of
I can
those-
fix him.
I can fix her. So to what Disparu was saying about Brie Larson with Rachel Zegler, I think Brie Larson's like personality, as far as she's just kind of like
Brie Larson fixed
dull.
herself.
Brie Larson was just kind of more like dull, right? And she said a couple dumb things, but her publicist probably told her to say that. So, especially in comparison to Rachel Zegler, very mild. Like, if I had to pick one to hang out with, I would hang out with Brie and just get like really drunk. She's probably boring. Rachel Zegler, I probably would like, I don't know. I couldn't hang out with her.
Brie went through the entire scope, right? She started off going, oh yeah, I'm just going to get stuff out from apart. Then she went to, I hate men and everything about them. And then she was like, I'm just going to do stretching videos and go on Saturday night TV with the baps out. So, you know, she
That's
went
not that
through...
bad though in the scope of things.
No, but that's the thing. She went like the entire up arc, down arc, and then back again. Whereas you get the impression with some of the people, it's like, no, you just hate people.
Rachel for sure hates people. I think Jada thinks about herself way too highly. I don't think she hates people. I
Yeah,
think
but
she
she's
just thinks to
motivated
herself.
by self-interest. That's predictable. I can
It
deal
is.
with
It is.
predictable.
And I can't deal with people that are that into themselves because it's so gross and
despite everything, Jada still has the attitude that once you get married, you cannot divorce, which I agree with.
look at that. Disparu respects Jada in one aspect.
No, literally,
understand
yeah.
your
It's like
point
you
there, but
could
I
have
don't
a
agree
legal
with it.
divorce, but look, if you do till death do us part, that is an oath that you cannot break.
You can't like that's the one thing I like with like marriages, like at least for myself, other people can do what they want, but if I put a word out there like that and I say it, I want to keep it because that's what are you without your word?
Yeah, well, to me, it's like, it's not what you want. It's like, whether you want to or not, no matter what happens in the future, the best you could do is separate, but you'd never be able to actually divorce.
Yeah.
And so if you divorce, you could never remarry, kind of thing. And there's actually plenty of countries like that where legally you cannot divorce. And
The
so essentially people
Philippines?
just separate. They get with other people, they don't remarry. That's a different
I think marriage is very like in the Western world, like it's romanticized and it's not
is
that
it?
business aspect isn't.
Is
and I
it
say
romanticized or is it commercialized?
both because if
Can
you
it be both?
It can be because at least on the female perspective, like especially when we were younger and the idea of getting married, that Disney princess, well, we want to get married so bad, but then you don't think about what happens after marriage.
That's commercial.
Yeah.
But that could be a romanticized thing too, where we just
No.
overthink it.
That's I want my big wedding day. That's not
don't.
romantic.
This is not
Why?
this is an unpopular opinion, probably for a female, but I wouldn't want like a big wedding. I'm not.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, no, I never
I actually
wanted
wouldn't
to
want
wedding.
one at all, which is funny because I actually am a certified event and wedding planner. I don't want nothing to do. I don't actually do that now, but I mean,
I mean,
so
there's.
people think it's so weird that I have that certification, and I'm like, weddings.
I think it's nicer when it's smaller, when you have more people to or more time to talk to people. Like you've been to so many weddings where you don't have
Yeah.
enough time to just even have a conversation with
I'd
the
rather
bride and
just
groom.
elope, to be honest. But I don't hate weddings, but I would say I'd rather just elope because I look at it as it's about you and the person that you're marrying. Like
Yeah.
this is about us. Let's just go off and do this. And then if
And-
you want to have like a dinner with family and friends, because my thing is like when you have weddings, a lot of times you have to invite people that you don't even want there because they'll get offended.
Yes. And your parents take over a lot of wedding decisions, and
Yeah.
that's annoying if you don't want
I've
to
seen
have
that a
to.
lot, like
Yeah.
in family weddings. It's like, why is she here? Why is he here? Well, you guys hate each other. Why are they here? And it's like, oh, well, we don't want to offend anybody. It's like, okay, that just to me is like, I'm not
And
gonna say lame 'cause I'm not trying to hurt anyone's feelings or be mean, but like I'm just saying.
You don't have to
money
give caveats when you
sink.
give your opinion for something.
Money sink. I'd rather spend it on a house or stuff that
Yeah,
is my actual
That's a
they're
good
future.
point.
expensive. Spend it on the honeymoon. Go do something fun. Life is
Mhm.
short. So Snow White, first look, Rachel Zegler and the Seven Dwarfs join forces in Disney's live-action movie. I will say, I don't know if they're taking criticisms from the internet bugging out over those pictures that dropped like a few months ago. I don't think the dwarfs look that bad.
Honestly, they should have just hired the actual dwarf humans. They're cheaper to make.
I know, but what's
Okay,
his face ruined
and
it for
CG.
everybody because he pulled the ladder down behind him. What the heck is
It's
his
so
name?
stupid. I would rather humans. I think like real
Yeah,
humans that
I'm
were
just
that
saying. I
small.
thought it was gonna be worse because that picture dropped and there was like that one tall one that
Horrible.
looks like somebody's auntie, and I'm like, are those the what?
Maybe there's body
Oh, Peter
doubles for her.
Dinklage. He was
Yeah, he ruined it.
yeah, he ruined it. Like I said, he pulled the ladder up behind him. Like, he wants to be the only one. How funny would it be if it was just like all Peter Dinklage? Like they just all the
Oh my
dwarves
god,
were
I'm sure
him.
he would have been so happy if he.
I would have loved that. That would have been amazing. Can you imagine the video? It's like, no one else can be a dwarf except me! And then he's just
I'm
all
the only
seven of them.
one.
Just using his YouTube head right now. He's like, I could have
Obviously.
made a video on this.
Well, how else am I supposed to think about Snow White?
All right, let's end the poll and see
The
what
gift
we
that
got
keeps on
here.
giving.
He is. All right, so the
Zegler
poll.
won.
Where is it? Zegler won. Wow. Well,
Nah, the
'cause
chat thinks they can change her.
they think they could fix her. There's only 97 votes. I should have kept it up, but it's fine. I love how Jada was last though, which I can agree with. Like that, she probably would be the best to marry because if you're unhappy, it sounds messed up, but she's okay with.
Well,
like,
I think you'd be
being with
unhappy
someone
married
else.
to any of them. which
Oh,
was
absolutely.
Oh
quite
yeah,
expected.
absolutely. Yeah.
And so, if you're going to be unhappy married to any of them, your best bet is the one that won't divorce you.
One dwarf to rule them all. Yeah.
Oh my god. Peter Dinklage ruined it for all the small folks that wanted to act. They have niche
Yeah.
roles. Like literally, how many roles can they get in Hollywood?
No, seriously though, there were 7 roles that are now
Gone.
no, not yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's
They
true.
gone to
It's-
CG.
Which was deliberate.
Yeah. Well, and what about the Wonka movie coming out? They didn't hire, the small people for Oompa Loompas. They got what's his name? Hugh is it Hugh Jackman? Not Hugh Jackman, sorry. Hugh what the heck is his name? Hugh Chat. I forgot his name.
No idea what you're talking about.
I can't remember his name.
Chat will
right now.
know. I know chat will know.
Chat will know. They'll
Grant?
get it.
Grant?
Yeah, Hugh Grant. Yes. Yes.
Thank you, chat.
Thank you.
He was
they
the
CGI'd
Oompa Loompa?
him. He's the Oompa Loompa in the trailer. He's talking to him as well. One of them. I don't know if they're just gonna generate him as probably not, but I don't know why I found that funny. He actually looked kind of cute as Oompa Loompa though. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, he's handsome.
Yeah. So Disney has unveiled the first look at the upcoming live-action remake of Snow White. In a new image, Rachel Zegler is transformed into the iconic Disney princess surrounded by her 7 dwarfs. As of today, the film, which was originally set to open on March 22nd, 2024, has been delayed to March 21st, 2025. I'm not surprised that it's been delayed. I don't know how many changes they're going to make in it because they got a lot of backlash. I don't think it's going to be good. I really don't think I don't think this is going to be good at all, especially because number one, the actors that they got to play arguably Snow White, at least in the cartoons, is like the sweetest, most gentle, kind Disney princess. A lot of them are, but she was the first and she's just so kind and loving. And then they got this chick who hates the character and is just one of the meanest probably girls just I've ever heard anything about, not even just in Hollywood. And she's supposed to play Snow White, and we're supposed to I don't know. Listen my voice.
I think what they are hoping to do over the next little bit is to market the hell out of her and change her image. But I don't know. The damage seems to be done already. Like I don't think there has been any other character or actor, actress in Hollywood that has had this much of an impact this quickly. And how can you backpedal? What is she gonna have to do in order for people to actually like her?
Yeah. No, that's it. She's just very disliked. I feel bad for her co-stars. Didn't she say something rude about the is he even a prince in this? I don't remember. Didn't they say he's not playing a prince?
Like her apparent love interest, which probably isn't
Prince
a love
Charming
interest.
is what he's always been called. But
Yeah.
he's just like David or something, and I don't remember.
Dave.
I don't remember. He
Very
just has like a
boring
name. His
name.
name is David or like I don't know. Watch the Daily Wire destroy this version of Snow White. I think they might. I mean, I don't know because obviously like Disney's got a bigger budget and they're more out there, right? So they're most likely going to get more people actually seeing this. But I think the Daily Wire, I mean, they're big. I think their version will be better because they said they're staying true to the story and they're not pushing one side. Like they're not going to push more right. Like this is going to be more left, I guess, if you want to say that. They're not they're saying they're not pushing any agenda, right? That they're just staying true to the story. And if they do that, it's going to go over well. And Brett Cooper does look more like Snow White than Rachel Zegler.
That picture
I don't
didn't
know.
do
What
her
do you
justice, though.
Yeah. Well, what do you think of it? Like the Daily Wire.
When it comes to movies, I don't get as excited about stuff. And it really personified when I was in the UK when all the boys were like, oh, I want to watch One Piece and see what it's about. And my first thought was, oh, they're gonna watch something horrible. So I'm not gonna even try. And I just feel the same way about a lot of stuff. And I personally love going into back catalogs and watching things I've watched before or like new stuff that I say new to me.
Yeah.
That I haven't seen before. And so I'm not sure about the Daily Wire. Maybe it might be okay. I might give it a chance, but I could never give this version of Snow White a chance just based on everything that Rachel Zegler has said out
Oh, she
in the
ruined
open.
it.
And Gal Gadot too, who I like.
Oh, I like Gal, but she was just kind of like, yeah, I agree. It's like, no, Gal. And another thing, I know people, this might sound like catty or mean, but like we're really supposed to believe that this chick is prettier than Gal Gadot. I don't think that. I know the queen is supposed to be beautiful, right? And Gal Gadot is, and like I don't think she was a bad choice, but they just, what's her name from Mirror Mirror? Lily Collins. I thought she's very beautiful and she did a great job, as Snow White. And then they had Julia Roberts, who is also beautiful, but she's like an older woman, beautiful, play the queen. I don't know if you've seen that version. Actually, you should watch it if you didn't. I really enjoyed that one.
Maybe.
And Snow White's actually like strong in that one too. She still plays a sweet, timid, like nice, pretty princess, but when she goes off like into the woods and stuff, she's still like a strong woman, whatever, however you want
Yeah.
to put it. And they didn't have to like shove it down your throat or make it extra. I thought
They-
that was a really good take on the story.
They should have gone with like Catherine Zeta-Jones or something like that.
Yeah, even though I hate
What?
what she did to her face.
There's no
Disparu,
way.
go ahead.
Well, I
what do you
mean,
gotta
like,
say?
yeah, she does-
Hang on, I've got to
actually doesn't
Google
look-
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Like she was beautiful when she was younger, but she is not beautiful anymore.
Too much. It's the work. It's not that she
Who is
aged. It's what she
that?
got done.
Mrs. Adams, right?
Yeah, she
The-
plays Morticia. and-
Morticia, and she
No,
is.
she does
Well,
not
she is
top.
way younger than I expected, actually.
Who, Catherine Zeta-Jones?
Yeah.
Oh, she just had bad work done. That's what it was. I think she would still
Yeah.
be very pretty if she didn't get that weird cheek thing done that these.
Yeah, they're just so
actresses
like
do.
puffy.
The
Yeah.
Instagram face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I call it the California face.
unironically, it's the Instagram face because a load of people had plastic surgery, and they all recommend each other to this. They all
The
recommend
same?
plastic surgeons, so they all get the same stuff done from the same surgeon.
Oh my
within
god, and they
Hollywood.
look the same.
And then that trains the AI, which then gives the filters. And so everybody on Instagram starts using the same filters, so everybody looks the same, which is how you get Instagram face.
Interesting.
Instagram face. I like that. That's
Yeah.
this Bruce term. Yeah,
It's
she.
not, no, it's not mine.
I know, but
it's-
but for us it is because I never
I
heard
just
it
pick
before
up
you
social
said it.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drew just knows things. We've already covered this. He really does just know
Who
things.
do you think would have been a better Snow
It's like
White?
why
than
all the
Zegler?
Jacksons have the same nose.
A better Snow White? I'm trying to think of someone like younger because there's plenty of maybe older.
I
like
would have
30s
recast a
sort of-
new artist. A new actor.
A what? Sorry?
Yeah,
I
a new like
recast a new actor. I would just
like
go
No,
with
no, yeah.
someone
unknown.
new.
Who would you? If you
Or-
had
No,
to
it
or
would have
are
been
you
someone.
saying-
It would have. I would have gone through a load of casting calls and just got
like
someone new.
a more
I-
unknown person, right?
I
Is what you're
actually
saying? Like
think,
a-
yeah, a known person would probably be the best.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
But
Like I'd do that for most things, and I don't mean like completely
Has a
unknown, but
smaller
somebody isn't in the
budget.
main thing. Because I think of it from the Doctor Who perspective, where you're David Tennant, who is one of my favorite actors and definitely my favorite Doctor, and he'd done stuff for BBC before, but nobody really knew who he was, and so it's
Mhm.
kind of periphery of stuff. That's where I'd get people from.
Someone said Dwayne Johnson. Well, you know what? It might go over better
It
than
might
this.
actually be
Disparu
better.
did have he had a Halloween costume on. Right now he's just Disparu, but he had the Director X costume. I would not expect him to keep that on because like I'm hot just in this wig.
I
and I know
couldn't
actually
breathe.
must be too. Yeah, you could be. I could hear it. Like you did a good job, but it's like he's like this talking like
Oh my
sounding
God.
like
No,
Bane.
it's
He
okay if I
sounded
hold
like
it away
Bane.
from my face, but I'm not doing that for 2 hours.
Yeah, if you want to see Disparu in costume, you will. I'll get like a nice little screenshot and post it on Twitter or something later. We
Yeah.
got me and Hector got real excited because he had the camera off and then he just popped
Came
back
on with
and we
that.
were like, yes.
Yeah. If like
Kristen
Jenna
Stewart
Ortega,
actually did do
oh,
better.
she did do it. If
She
Jenna
did.
Ortega could be like, I feel like she does sassy, weird really well, but I don't know if she could do like Snow White unless it was inspired by who's
Tim
who does
Burton.
it? Yeah.
Tim Burton, like a darker
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Tim Burton Snow White would be awesome with her, but yeah.
Yeah. Disparu, I can't breathe. Yeah,
Yes.
basically.
hmm
Ian says I'd have cast Natalie Dormer because she hot. Oh well, let's look her
I
up.
mean, it's as
Who's
good a reason as
Natalie?
any. It would actually be a very unique reason for Hollywood, actually.
Oh, I think she could do it. Yeah. She's brown hair and she probably could. I remember her. What, she was in
Oh yeah. She was with brown hair. Yeah,
Marjorie Terrell. Yeah. Uh-huh.
she's definitely got the fair skin down, and she's pretty. And here, let's get a good
Or
picture. to
black
show the
hair,
chat.
sorry, not brown hair.
Oh yeah, I said brown too. Yeah. I wonder if there's like a pic. Well, here we go. This is like probably an old picture, but here's her with darker hair. So there you go.
Oh, she was. Oh,
She,
I know
uh,
loads of things.
yeah.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
was.
Game of Thrones. She
No, it's-
definitely
it's
would
not-
looks the part better than
I knew her long before she became Moriarty. She was in some British stuff, I think.
Oh, really?
She became Moriarty,
have an
which is where
accent?
I
Is she
know her
British?
mainly from. I what's her name again? Natalie Dormer, was it?
Dormer. Maybe Ian knows because he's the one that suggested it.
I know I knew her before she went into the Moriarty role, but I'm not sure where I knew her from. Yeah, she's a
Oh,
British
she
actress.
is British.
So she was probably
Okay.
she was probably in like local TV or something, which is where I knew her from, and then she went over there. And
I
that's
did,
why I stopped
Cody.
watching the Sherlock Holmes American show, because she was Moriarty, and then something happened where she couldn't be in the role or something, so they cut her out. And I'm like, well,
no.
I wanted that. I liked that storyline. I liked her in it. I liked everyone involved, and then they cut it out. I'm like, oh, I don't really care anymore. So I stopped.
Yeah, Ian said she's British. Did you guys follow Cody's DM Twitter? He made one. So
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, actually, it's like
I
yes.
didn't even
yes.
know what name I'm supposed to
It's
follow.
it's a bunch of numbers that like
It's a bunch of numbers,
That's
yeah.
not gonna help me, is it?
isn't it? Isn't it?
Isn't it?
Oh
Like,
God, what
he
was
hasn't-
that?
I don't even have a notification from him of like tagging me or something.
You had to message him on Discord, Cody. There it is. Look, there we go. Okay, just promote yourself on my stream, Cody.
There you go.
There it
Oh,
is.
Jesus! Could you have made it more
Bunch of
difficult for
numbers.
people?
That's what I said. The numbers
Like
are so
seriously,
difficult.
it's like you hate marketing.
Yeah, and you know, the worst part is he sent me a picture of it, and so I had to look
What?
back,
Yeah, me too. He was
Cody,
already
you are a
following me,
horrible
but
human being.
and I was doing it on my phone.
Me too.
Why didn't you just say naked snake? That would have been so much easier.
No, I looked that up and I still couldn't find it. I had to
That's
put the
I wouldn't
freaking
have been able to
numbers
find it.
in. Bro.
Careful for
Like
what
you could literally come up with a random thing that wasn't numbers. Like
Oh
you
my
could have come up with any sentence.
Oh my goodness.
Hello,
He's like,
I'm the
"Listen,"
guy from
he's probably like tipsy. Was like,
Alabama, built
"Just
like
put
a
it in
brick
a
shit
bunch."
house, and it still would have been easier.
He probably just put random numbers. He didn't think about it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, he thought I called him like he thought I said that he was built like a shit brick house. I'm like, no, that would be an insult. Whereas a brick shit house is a compliment.
Huh?
Huh?
I don't get it.
He knows.
So we'll wrap up the Snow White talk. Do you guys think that they pushed it back? Shit, brick.
No. I think Ryan was right when he said that basically they were still filming it when everything closed down. And whether it was like pickup shots or not, they still weren't finished with the movie. And since then, you've had the WGA strike, then you've had the actor strike.
Yeah.
And so with everything else, because especially now we know with the dwarves, they're going to be CGI stuff in the movie. There's
That's like
still a
6
lot of
months
stuff
of work.
they have to work with. And so.
And they still have to schedule her and whoever in set and whatnot to, because they didn't know when they were going to come back, or they still don't
Yes.
know, right? So,
Well, and there's
that-
now a huge backlog, especially for CGI and FX artists. They're now going to have a backlog of stuff from new movies. And so they may just have to schedule it in whenever they can, kind of thing.
they have to outsource
With
it
a
to
load
like
of other
India or
movies.
something.
Yeah, it might be. I mean,
If they haven't already.
we've already gone through this stuff with lockdown, and now they're going through it all over again. So
At least they're well versed in that process, I suppose. So if you're in special effects, you can probably get a job pretty easily right now.
Yeah, probably. So I agree with that though. I think they just had to film more stuff. They might have changed the dwarfs, but I don't know. They might have put that picture out just to get some publicity towards the movie, because that most people think any publicity is good
All news
publicity,
is
even
good
if it's
news.
bad. Yeah. So and it definitely caused an uproar. People were bugging out about that. But I mean, if they really were gonna do like the 7 mystical creatures or something, that's what I had heard. what
7
they were-
baristas. That was my favorite.
I thought that the one everyone cracked up when I said this, but I really thought like the one guy in the back in that picture, the really tall one, he looked like someone's auntie, like with messy hair. Like it was so, I don't know. They're supposed to be bandits or something though, so I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. The 7 sticky bandits, yeah.
Ooh.
Ugh. Ew.
Ooh. 7 toxic males.
Yeah, probably. I think it's going to be bad. There's a way to write a woman character strong without having to put the men down. Like I don't know. We didn't talk about this on one of these streams, but with the Little Mermaid movie, they totally just like ruined Prince Eric.
You watch it? I never
I
watched
did.
it.
I skipped through it. Somebody sailed the high seas for me and sent it to me. Shout out, thank you, because I was not paying to see that movie. And I had it on my phone while I was cleaning and stuff, and was like fast forwarding through it. I did it for Toxic Femme, like I just because I was going on Toxic Femme, and I just wanted to be like caught up a bit. I was skipping through it. I mean, they even ruined the scene. When I was a kid, I thought this was so like romantic and great when Prince Eric saves her when he turns the ship into Ursula and then kills her to save Ariel. She does that and it looks so stupid. She's a mermaid and she's like flopping up to the thing and like turns it and she's the one that kills Ursula instead. So stupid. Anyways, but and they just like ruined Eric in that movie. He ended up being like the minority. He was on an island where he was like adopted and he was the only like white person.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he wasn't even a prince by blood. He washed up ashore and the black king and queen adopted him.
Oh my god.
And that's
Yeah.
just first stage. Like, you haven't even
Yeah.
seen the second stage. Second stage
Second
is Wheel
stage.
of Time woke, where in
Oh.
Wheel of Time, in Wheel of Time, the books, right? She's you essentially have like magicians, but they have a collar on them which stops them doing magic. And in the books, she's saved by 2 other women. But in the series, she had to save herself, and she had to take another collar and put her on the person which had collared her herself to get revenge. So this is something where it doesn't really matter whether you like it at the moment or whether you agree with it or not. It's going to get worse, and it will
Before I
reach a
get
point
to-
where you don't like it. Like it's
It's already at a
inevitable.
point where
They
we
will
don't
keep
like
pushing.
it. It makes me sad because I've never thought I was going to get to this point. And I wonder like if our parents ever thought of that when they were our age at this point where they're like, oh my God, this is horrible. And I don't think they did.
My dad didn't. I see a lot of movies with him, and he's still in the part now where I'm like where I used to be, where like this is just boring. But you don't really think about why. You're just like, I hate this movie. And
Yeah.
then it immediately goes out your brain because you got more important things to worry about.
Have you talked to him about like the stuff that you
he's
discovered, or no?
Completely and utterly separate to me, started watching channels in our kind of sphere, and he he started bringing people up to me that I didn't know he was watching. So
that's cool.
That starts you thinking about things that you wouldn't have otherwise thought of. But without that, I think you'd just be like, this is trash, and then you'd move on to whatever was next thing in your life.
Yeah,
Most people don't spend their life thinking about movies.
No, they don't. I can confirm that.
Absolutely. Legion Steve, there have been strong female characters in entertainment forever. Hollywood pretending that they just invented the concept is absurd. Yeah, it's true. Oh, even back in the 90s, I know so many times you guys have heard me bring up Buffy, but that to me, it's my favorite show, and it's such a great example. When you write a strong female character, they have to have flaws, because if you don't give them flaws, it's not relatable at all. So writing these characters that just they can do no wrong, right? And also it's boring when there's no build up, right? When you see whether it's a guy or a girl, the main character, if they don't go through anything to
trials and
get
tribulations.
Thank you. I couldn't think of the word what I was trying to say. Trials and tribulations. Like if they just are so good out of nowhere and there was no hardships before that to get to that point. Yeah, nobody's like that. And it's just so boring.
I love, okay, so bringing up Doctor Who, and almost every time, like, let's say like 70-75% of the time that I've seen, we'll go 60. It's always been a female that saved Doctor Who or did something to sacrifice themselves that ended up solving it. A female character, which is crazy. And they have a character arc within 48 minutes that makes you cry. That doesn't happen with a lot of the shows that we see today because of the stuff that you've mentioned.
Korean shows.
Well, in Korean, we'll say Hollywood. It doesn't happen with Hollywood shows today, and it's really sad. And I mean, Disparu and I have talked about like a reality show.
Yes,
has more heart than some of the stuff
and you
Hollywood puts out.
Someone in chat before your stream said, "Disparu, thank you for recommended that because I watched it and it was amazing."
Devil's Plan.
Yeah, it was either in this stream or it was in Drunks, but somebody tonight has thanked me about Devil's Plan. So.
Oh my gosh, whoever you are out there, I hope you enjoyed it. I'm on the like episode 11 or 12 right now.
I have to get into it.
I'm not that far, but I'm quite a way in.
Did you get to the twist yet where they figure out the...
Yes.
Yes!
Yes.
That was like mind blown. Were you like, what were you mind blown?
I rewound it to watch it over again to see how it all fit together.
Because I can't, like, okay, Wicked. The 3D chess that this one character has, and I won't say who it is so that you won't get like ruined. They have to think like 10 steps ahead. It feels like. Okay, maybe 3.
I'm not sure we're talking about the same thing anymore.
Oh.
I thought you were talking about the pieces.
Yes, the pieces. And then
okay.
Are you in the game that happens after that he figures out the pieces?
What's the game about? You can say the rules of a game without ruining the game.
The green pieces. That it's like blocks. Okay, you're not there yet. Okay. There's another twist. Okay.
I've seen where the pieces fit together.
Okay, so the green pieces, you'll see it in the main game at some point.
Yeah, I can't remember green pieces.
Okay.
I think I was there. Like, I can't remember if I've seen past it or not, but I remember them fitting it together. It goes, this unlocks the next piece. And, like, the next level of things. I'm like, what? There's another level? And the thing is, I've said before, right? The Devil's Plan is, I think it's a niche show. And the reason why I think it's a niche show is because people have been brought up on such dregs in Hollywood and in Western entertainment in general. And you've got TikTok and you've got all the other crap and you've got shorts. And it's all so mind-numbingly boring, but so many people seem to like it. There are so many people that watch TikTok, so many people that watch shorts, and it destroys your brain. And then you've got something like this where it's like, it takes 2 episodes to get into it. Because the first episode, they introduce a lot of people. And you may not concentrate through it because they're just kind of talking about stuff and,
They say
maybe it's interesting,
hi
maybe it
and-
isn't. And then you have 20 minutes of instructions in the first game. And most people are like, I don't care. If you get through that, there is so much depth to it. And this is what I mean, right? When I say that Andor is boring, I'm saying it because nothing happens. But people are like, oh, you just need lightsabers to make you No. Nothing happens in Andor. But depth would be the devil's plan. I'm fine with something being slow if it's intellectual. And devil's
This is
plan is
very
intellectual.
If there's a good build up,
Oh,
it's mentally stimulating the entire way through. So
Okay.
something is happening, and your
Yes.
brain is entertained and kept in motion at all times.
You have to actually listen. Well, okay, not listen, because unless you know Korean, but you actually have to watch.
Well, they
and
have the
read
English
rules.
version.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
I
haven't
never
dubbed.
watched the dubbed, but
I only watch dubs.
I watched the subbed, and the rules are so complicated and convoluted. Like, it's like comparing checkers to
Chess.
even more than chess.
3D chess.
3D chess. Sure, we'll go with that.
I mean, hey, we're going to keep the Star Trek references going.
Yeah, because you have to think about the game, but then you have to think about your personal game, like your relationships with people and how that works. And then, like, we see that with a lot of reality shows, but they keep it classy there. Okay, that no one gets mad in the show. Or
so I
angry.
started-
Well, it's everything
I'm only
about
like
it.
halfway through the first episode. I'm gonna binge it, but it definitely I've watched obviously a bunch of other American reality shows, and the vibe is so different. Like,
Oh,
they're
no.
all very polite for sure,
Very.
very polite, and it's usually not like that. Like American
American
shows, they're all
reality
like
TV shows
drunk
are
in the
awful.
first 5 minutes. They're awful.
Like, they're awful. Like, at least British Big Brother was watchable. American Big Brother is like, no. There's something repulsive about it. It's the way you put it together. It seems
Love
fake,
it.
right? It seems like
Well, the
edited
old
and
episodes.
scripted and no. But Korean, like I've said before, I don't know whether Korean people are just more intelligent, because it's possible,
Yeah.
or whether they just respect their audience more, which is also possible.
I
But-
think they respect their audience more.
Either way,
And
they
they're
have more
intelligent.
intelligent shows. They have a better culture. They have a more traditional culture. They have better values. They push better values in all their TV shows. Their values are something which align with me, whereas Hollywood doesn't. And so there's everything about it on top of. This is the thing, when people are like, I just want talented people to write it. It's like, no. If you don't fix the values and the morals of your shows, you will never have good entertainment again. And Korea has that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's a good way to put it. I'm excited to finish it, and then I'll like fangirl with you guys when I finish.
I know. As
or
our
at
poor
least catch up.
conversations in the chat, Wicked's
I'm just like,
Well, the interesting thing is,
Okay.
like, even regarding values and stuff, that only would apply to their other TV shows. This is reality, right? So this is just the people. This is just their culture.
It's like
in
real
general.
life.
Yeah.
yeah.
So they do things like talk about the difference between formal and informal language, from whether someone's older than you or younger than you. And it makes you think, right? Well, is that better? Is that worse? Is there an advantage to that we've lost? And so, well, a lot of people won't even consider that or won't care about that during the shows. It's what I think about when you're looking at a different culture. There's part of Alchemy of Souls where there's this guy's mother, and he gets with another woman, and they go to marry, and she says to his mother or something, should I call you stepmother? And she's like, no, why would you offend me like that? Why I thought you liked me. Why would you insult me that way? And it turns out it's because she's not married, and so if she's called stepmother, it will seem like she's had a son out of wedlock, which would be embarrassing and humiliate her. And like, we used to have this kind of stuff, but we don't anymore.
Well, people
Our
are
culture's been
twerking on
destroyed.
TikTok. Oh my God. When I was in the States at a gas station, there's literally a car of like people, young people, blasting music and two girls twerking in front of these guys
Yes.
who are just filming them. And I'm like,
Yeah, you see that. Yeah.
excuse me?
Ian, thank you for the 50 pounds. The UK clocks just went back. Once again, my mind has been effed with.
Yeah, it goes back at 1, so we hit 1, then it went back to midnight, which is why I got confused about the time earlier.
Oh,
I've already been like that because all my digital clocks changed. Were like, hang on, we've been here longer than
Oh
that.
yeah.
It's only been an hour.
Yeah. I honestly think that like the dissolution of respect for your elders it's so sad because that generation has worked hard to bring up the next generation or as hard as they could, I suppose. And we're literally are trying to erase it and badmouth it when okay, maybe what you can do instead if you didn't agree with it is say, okay, why don't we learn from what's happened before? There's a way to do it if you don't agree with what's happened before without trashing someone.
No, but it's so much more than that, right? Because the idea of respect your elders, you're like, well, why should I respect them? Maybe they're just older than me. Maybe they don't know more than me. It's like it's not about that. It's about if you respect someone, you may take their you will weight what they say with more value, which means you'll listen to them. And there's an element of tradition in that it's the grand total of all wisdom and knowledge which has been passed down through the generations before you. And now it's like, well, I'm 23, I know more than you. It's like, you're not even listening, right? You're not even considering what someone's saying. The odds are, if you're 23, almost everyone older than you knows more than you do. Those 23-year-olds now know nothing. That's why everyone considers them children.
Where we
23-year-olds used to be married with kids by that point, and now it's like, oh, if I'm not on an Xbox, I won't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I would expect like a 16, someone under 18 to say something like that, like, "Oh my gosh, you don't know any better," blah 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 blah. But it's I find
Rachel
it so
Ziegler.
like exactly, and so I
But
don't
you guys
know.
can fix her, chat.
Maybe pumping someone's tires up too much and giving them too much autonomy or whatever it is. I think there's probably a multitude
I think
of
that's an
reasons.
entirely different argument. Because now you get into division of labor. And should some be like, does everyone even need to know how you pump up your tires?
Oh
Or
no,
would
no,
you be
that was
better
that was an
dividing-
expression. That was an expression like boosting you guys, like, oh my gosh, you're amazing, you're a woman, you're the best thing in the world type
Well,
of
that's just stupid
pumping
to
of
begin with.
tires. So I feel like giving to the participation trophy, like that sort of stuff, like making you feel happy, like pumping your tires in that way, like giving you too much recognition when you didn't deserve it. But probably pumping the tires too in real life.
It's really weird as well, because like I'd never heard that expression. That's a Canadian expression. It's not a British one.
Sorry.
The whole idea, like, if you boost someone's thing like that as a kid, they expect it when there is an adult, and it gets it so everyone's walking on eggshells, which makes it to the point where if you don't, you're the bad guy. And so I've actually grown up in a world where I have to be very careful about the people that I hang around with or become friends with, because I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to sugarcoat things. That's not part of my personality. And so if you're easily offended, it's easier for me not to talk to you, because inevitably you will get offended by something I say. When I don't even mean it that way, it's just how it happens.
But appropriation of a lot of things is very offensive, even though
I don't get that either.
I don't get that.
It's the strangest thing to me is this whole appropriation of culture is wrong. I'm like, why? And nobody gives a reason why. Like,
Because they're just trying to be mad about something and they don't really know
state it as a fact,
what's
and you're like,
bothering them.
yeah,
Yeah.
but why?
Yeah, but why? And they're like, because it's wrong.
Yeah,
That's it.
Why?
Because it's wrong.
anyone can wear any traditional Asian dress that would never offend like most, if not all, Asians. But wearing like traditional like Indian, like the Redskins, that what is that team? Football? Is that football?
No, baseball. The Redskins.
Baseball?
I think it's baseball. Yeah.
Redskins? Yeah, but that's appropriating a culture, and that's horrible. Like we have a road in Toronto called like Dundas Street. They wanted to change it because he apparently, the guy who it's named after, did some bad like
It is football?
racist stuff. Oh, it is football. Okay, sorry about
What
that.
am I thinking of? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of someone else. A different team. My bad.
But to change a whole road is upwards of $20 million.
I'm thinking of Red Sox, guys. My bad.
I mean,
Oh.
I'm not being funny, but if cultural appropriation was wrong, neither America nor Canada would exist.
Well, exactly.
Everything you have belongs to somebody else. And then
Yeah.
you took that and then you made it your own in the future, but its roots will inevitably be from another culture because that's where you came from. And nobody else cares about that except Americans. It's so weird to me.
Oh, and Canadians, trust me, Canadians. I started hearing
Well,
about
yeah,
that.
North Americans, yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of group you two together, except
There was a
healthcare.
baseball one.
Oh,
The
there was the
Cleveland
Cleveland
Indians. That
Okay.
too. Yeah, okay. I knew there was something also, but I was thinking Red Sox. Anyways, it's the same thing. Like, I mean, I don't think anyone really gets upset about it, but if like a white person is wearing a sombrero, it's like our Mexicans supposed to be upset about that? I think it's a bit silly.
It's a useful hat in the hot heat.
Yeah.
If I found, like, if I was coming to America, right, and I found out that somebody that we were going to meet was offended by a sombrero, I would do everything I could to wear a sombrero.
I was gonna say,
Oh
I
my
knew that's
God.
where this was going.
That just-
It's the only
We
response.
need-
Like, if you're
we need a
that
meme of
thin-skinned, you
Disparu
need to be
wearing it.
offended because
If
this is
any-
exposure therapy. I'm doing medicine. I'm
If there's any
essentially a
viewers
doctor at
in
that
here,
point.
we need
That's
Disparu
true.
wearing a sombrero, please.
Do you have a P.O. box? Can I send you a
Can we send you
I don't have a
sombrero?
PO box. No, the reason I don't have a PO box is because Az had a PO box, and he's like, no one delivers to it. It's like all the like delivery companies and stuff. Are
Really?
like, we don't
Oh,
deliver to
really?
a PO box, so it seemed
Oh wow,
pointless.
that's stupid.
I'm in Canada, so I get like
I
a
get
lot less,
everything.
but still get every now and then. But it is a pain to go drive to pick up mail.
I mean,
Yeah.
we have like delivery centers and stuff all over the country, so that's not the problem area. It's that I can't remember what he said, but I know he said it in multiple.
Oh, I know he's
Streams
gotten
and
a lot
stuff.
of packages that just don't get sent to him because
Exactly. Yeah, it's the
um,
delivery companies say we do not deliver to a PO box. So then it's like, well, what's the point? And then you have the people on the other side. Well, I sent it, I paid for it, but it doesn't get delivered, so it gets sent back to him, and it just seems unfair. So I never bothered.
I can agree with that because I've had issues with my PO box having that as well. So
Yeah, to me, it should just be a normal address. It gets sent there. Like, there's no reason why it shouldn't. But
Google must die. Thank you for the 199 Canadians, aka Snow Mexican.
Oh my God, I've been called a snow Mexican so many times. I wish we had good tacos though.
Drinker
Yeah,
has
P.O.
lost
boxes
his
in this
shit about
country
PO
are
Box
nasty.
too. That's weird.
Oh,
Mark of Reality, thank you for the $2. Cultural appropriation is a fake issue. Yeah.
yes,
it's an
basically
American
Agreed.
issue.
any new
Yeah.
language that you've heard invented over the last, well, at
It's all
least
based
my
on
lifetime,
Latin for the
and
most part.
It probably goes back before my lifetime, but this has been a steady issue that's just been getting worse. And I
Mhm.
can only notice things in my lifetime. But if I was noticing things when I was 8 that were weird, I'm sure it's been going on longer than I've
What
been
did you
alive.
notice that was weird at 8 years old? Just out of
Shame.
curiosity.
Shame and girl power, right? So you've got it started with, you had the Spice Girls and stuff. You're like, this is weird. Like, why are we doing girl power? Then you had the ladette culture, where suddenly women and everything were like downing pints with the blokes. You're like, this has never happened before. Then you had the abolition of shame. You shouldn't shame anyone, judge anyone. It's like, well, what if they're doing something bad? Maybe we should not allow that within society. And everything got knocked down like dominoes. Any kind of social restriction, which would have kept everybody in line, kept some kind of normalized society that everyone could exist in and not be absolutely destroyed in, was systematically removed. And it got steadily worse. And that was happening since I was in single digits. So
I was too
I'm sure
young
it's been
to
going
notice
longer.
that. And
Yeah.
blonde.
well, this is the thing, right? It's strange. When I was a kid, I kind of came up with a worldview, and then as you get older, you know, you enter high school, you enter university, you meet more people, and think maybe I should try things their way. Maybe this is the better way, and then it turns out that way's a disaster. You know, you shouldn't do that. Like, no.
Don't
And so
do
now,
it.
if anything, I'm actually learning that I was right all along. And so now I'm like, no, this is the way it should be. Ignore all that crap.
This is the way.
Yeah, no, people just it's gotten so everyone just wants to be mad about something, especially with I
Baby
know the
Spice
internet's
was
been
the best one.
I love Baby
Spice.
Spice.
Yeah.
Good choice. Good choice.
Good choice, yes. Especially with the internet. I know it's been around for a while, but It's just people, the keyboard warrior. It's a joke, but it's serious. It's people, things that they'll say on the internet to get mad about. They would not say that to someone's face. The majority of them, like, as long
That's my problem. I
but
have
except
no
Disparu
difference.
would. I'm not saying you
That's
wouldn't.
literally
Disparu
my
would
I'm
say
talking
problem.
it to your
about-
face. He doesn't have a
Yeah.
problem with
No,
that.
I just mean the people that want to complain about everything. They're not going to say it to your face. They're saying it behind the screen, and
No, it's
ju-
my
everyone
problem.
just wants to
It's
be
like I
mad.
will say it to their face. Like this is something I've learned over time. I've been in enough trouble and enough problematic situations where it's like I know how people respond to me. I know what I'm like, and I know I can't change. And so
And that's
this
okay.
is sometimes I just have to shut up. That's the way it goes.
Ginger Spice was your pick, Mark. She was cool.
Oh,
no.
I liked
The
all of
redhead?
them.
The redhead and the boobs. Is that why?
No,
Probably.
I mean, now, admittedly, she was in a Union Jack dress, which was very hot. So
Oh.
Oh, okay. We know.
Mm.
Um,
I could
so
probably get a picture.
yeah,
Oh my
go ahead, pull it
God.
up, pull it up.
Chat.
We're
What's your
ending on
favorite
Spice Girls. Yeah, what's your favorite? I
Spice
liked
Girl?
growing up. I liked Posh, but just because I'm like, I thought that I liked her style. That she just was like so classy and like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Mark says, "Look, I like boobs." But I also like Baby Spice. I thought she was like, innocent
So
and cute.
cute.
I'll put it in the private
Yeah.
chat.
Here we go, guys.
She's so
She's
cute.
been in a few, apparently.
Why does it say
Union
this
Jack
page is-
dresses?
I
says
remember
this
the one on
page-
the left.
It says this page isn't working. Can you share it and I'll share your screen? For some reason, it's not letting me
I have
share
no
it.
idea how to share things on this.
You hit
Present at the
present.
bottom. At the plus. And then choose the certain window that it's on. Oh my God, this wig is like
It's so long.
no, like look how
Oh, it's
tangled it is.
not.
I've been
That
trying
one.
to like this
There you
area
go.
is nice and clean, but this area not so much.
I remember the one on
Uh,
the left.
The one
The
on the
first
left
one,
in the
this
middle.
one,
Oh my God, you
yeah.
can see her booty in the middle one.
Oh,
What?
yeah, you can.
She's facing front. What do you mean?
Her booty cheeks are
you can
peeking out.
Yeah.
You don't see that, Disparu?
He's like, zoom in. No, don't zoom in.
No, she's ginger.
Wow. And I think she was probably the most talented of the group, but I don't think her having a solo career helped. It ruined the group and ruined
Yeah, her
career.
leaving. Yeah, it just ruined everything. It did.
No, the one that really made it was Posh. She got
Yes,
it from marrying
But
a
that's
the
also
dude.
because she married the right guy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So maybe there's a lesson.
You can't always do it on your own. It has to happen organically too.
Oh, it's not that you can't always do it on your own. It's that she married the right bloke. Now,
Also,
she wouldn't have
Beckham.
met the right bloke if she wasn't
she
also
wasn't a
trying
Spice
to be
Girl.
something, but she
Yeah.
improved herself to the point where she could get the right bloke.
True.
I'm just thinking
Sorry, I'm
Beckham
bashing
now.
into the feminism here.
No,
I'm
you're
just thinking about David Beckham.
fine.
Hey, did you see that
just-
clip where she was doing an interview and she was trying to pretend that she was a commoner?
Who?
How does one pretend they're
Victoria
commoners?
Beckham?
No, she was being interviewed, right? And she's in their house and she's like, "Oh no, well I come from a very common background, a very working class background." And he peeks his head around the door and says, "What car did you go to school in?" She's like, "No, I was common. It depends what car you mean." It's like, "What car did you go to school in?" "Well, we went in several." "What
We
car
had a couple.
did you go to
Several.
school in?" And she was like, "Yeah, it was an Aston Martin or something like that." And it was
Not
like,
a
"Okay,
common
it was a
car."
Rolls Royce. You're not common."
So she
And he
grew
just
up
went,
wealthy.
"Thank you," and put his head back round the door again. He was not letting her get away with it. It was awesome.
Well, it's about that time for us to wrap up, guys. I got another
Ew,
stream I
that
gotta
was
go on. I'm
fun.
sorry. I know that was fun. I'm sorry. I got another stream I gotta go on. What do you
No
guys
worries.
have going on this week? Tell the people. Xray.
You go first. Just okay, fine. Tomorrow I
Like, darn
have a
Ladies
painting
first.
stream at 10 a.m. with MVP and Kara, and then Sunday Funday we're playing Demonologist 1 p.m. Eastern with Az, Garrett, and Kara, and then tomorrow night Forbidden Frontier 6:30 p.m. Eastern, where we're going to be talking about Graham Hancock, and I have some stories to read through, some ghost stories people have sent in, so I'm kind of excited about that because those give me the heebie-jeebies, and you know how much I like to be scared. So yeah, also if you guys haven't subbed to this channel, please sub to this channel. Gotta
Yes,
build the
please.
channel.
Every Saturday we're gonna be here doing this.
I freaking love
fun-
it.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I really appreciate you guys coming on. I know Disparu had to sit through the Brittany talk, but he was a
He took
trooper.
it like a
He
trooper.
took it. Yes, he took it like a man.
His face has unfazed the entire
I
time.
know, I know.
I just hear women waffling. That's
At least it's not a blue waffle.
every man has the ability just to tune it out at will.
What?
We train our
what do you-
entire lives for this moment.
What do you have going on?
I was
Disparu?
confused that in chat no one knew what a bloke was. I was like, I didn't know that
Really?
was local speak. Yeah.
Oh wait,
People are like, I
local, but I
think
know
bloke
it's
is a
like
dude. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, that'll do.
Wicked. What's your British percentage of your channel, or you don't know? Mine's like 10.
I think it's
At this time,
I think it's
not
about
much.
the same. I haven't looked in a while, but I did check at one point and it was about the same. Yeah.
10%.
What do you have coming up, Disparu?
But yeah, I've
more
got
Robin in the Hood videos.
I've got Robin Hood coming up tomorrow. I also want to stream the finals because that's awesome.
What's that?
It's an FPS. It's a team-based FPS with full destruction, and it's probably the best FPS I've played in years.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I don't know whether it's gonna. It's very successful at the moment. I think on Steam it hit like 100,000 concurrent players. I don't know what it is like now.
Oh, hold on. Oh, keep
But
talking.
whether it will
sorry.
be long
I
term
have
or not,
something
I'm
to
not
show.
sure. But for me, it's like my perfect FPS.
Okay.
My main problem is the people on my team. But I found if I play it in the early AM of the UK, then I get decent teammates.
You with
There you go, Disparu.
curly hair does not look great.
No, I don't even know why that would be. Like, if anything, the clothing seems more like Japanese. That wouldn't. The clothing wouldn't seem out of place in like Alchemy of Souls. It's just
Love
the hat
it.
would be weird.
I love it.
Yeah. Thank you, Reaper, for that. That's a great way to end it. And I'll be live on Kick in like 15 minutes. I gotta change and get set up. So that's what I got going on.
Won't care if you change.
Oh, what are you
I need to
playing?
Sea of Thieves.
It's always Sea of Thieves.
Oh, love
That
it.
thing.
I don't think I downloaded Sea of Thieves.
But I do want to change just because the wig's getting hot and
I know
need
this
a minute.
hair is getting so annoying and itchy.
Yeah.
Is it weird that I've been in the same stream as both of you for like 2 hours and I haven't noticed either of you were wearing a wig?
Well,
No,
I
'cause
mean, it's not your guy.
It's
This
fine.
is what I mean. There was something I was speaking to Lady Gravemaster about it before. There was some kind of YouTube video. She's I had a haircut for $200. I'm like, I didn't even realize she had a haircut. Like,
You
from the
saw
start of
her?
the video and the end.
Oh,
No,
okay.
not Lady Gra. I was speaking to her about another video because I was disgusted by the
Oh,
price
I
of
was
her
like, I'm
haircut. It was
confused.
like $200. I'm like, this can't be normal, right? Is this the normal price of a woman's haircut? Like,
No.
I didn't even know it was done.
I pay like $30 at most. But
She
I
was
have
in
a
New
strict-
York, but even so, it seemed extreme.
It's not worth it in my opinion.
This
200
is the
is way
thing.
too
I
much.
have like people that it's like, you're my expert in this, you're my expert in this, and I just ask the person who's most likely to know.
So I'm gonna do the outro, but I'm also going to try to send you guys over to Camelot stream. I'm gonna try and do a raid. He showed me how to do
Camel
it.
Thought, say hi
Yeah,
from
Camel
us.
Thoughts is on. Say hi, guys. Thank you so much. You're awesome. We will see you next week, and hopefully, if this redirect doesn't work, just go over there and say I sent you because I'm gonna try it. It's my first time. I've never done a raid on YouTube. So, guys, thanks so much for the love, and yeah, we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
I'll say it.